Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa! Glorious Monday here in the arena. How we feeling?
Good. Great weekend.
Oh, man.
Kid's birthday.
See y'all did y'all bowling thing?
Yeah. Yeah, we can't say who.
I'm not really focused on
Yeah, we can't say who won yet, but.
I'm not really focused on bowling.
Oh, you're not you a hooper?
I'm a hooper, man.
Double knee bracelet?
Came from the gym.
Pickleball?
I had a bad day at the gym, though, so.
What happened?
Stupid teammates. Don't you just get mad at dumb teammates? You know, I was in a groove. I made somebody fall today. That's how I was cooking. But, you know, when you got the people that do dumb things on the team, 4 turnovers in a row, a backboard 3, yeah, I didn't have a chance. I just left the gym, man. So, and we lost to some Caucasians.
Some Caucasians.
That made it worse. They was talking trash, too.
We're at 24?
24.
Oh, yeah.
The name is Vernon. Vernon, he lost the game for us. His name is Vernon. I just want to let the world know you lost it for us today. And I told him I was going to do this. So.
In the heart of Caucasia, but this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. We got NBA champion of the world, Swaggy P, Nick Young, back here with us.
2 knee pass shorty today.
And represent Tough Crowd University, we got Mr. Big Brandon Jennings in the arena.
Oh, yeah.
And for all the fans out there, we still got 2 viewing options for you, our traditional version, mobile vertical version. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support the show. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. The Nuggets embarrassed the Clippers with a Game 7 blowout in Denver, but will Joker show SGA who the real MVP is in the second round? Jalen Brunson led the Knicks to a gutsy series-clinching win over the Pistons in Detroit. What do the Knicks need to do to dethrone the defending champion Celtics? And Buddy Hield, that's right, Buddy Hield delivered the best playoff performance of his career, while Chef Curry cooked in the fourth quarter to give the Warriors the Game 7 win over the Rockets. Did the Dubs prove they have a championship caliber roster? Steph said it, Draymond said it earlier this season. They are now moving on to the second round to take on Ant-Man and the Timberwolves. But before we get all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead, download the app, use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. As for tonight, Gil has some picks up in his partner pack on the Underdog app. Let's take a look at Gil's picks.
You shouldn't even be talking about him. He's running, you know.
He ducking the arena? He ducking the arena?
He ducking. You know, he been seeing my highlights in our chat hooping, so he's scared to be around me right now.
Just to be in your mere presence. But Gil's partner pack tonight, he's got Mikal Bridges, higher 14.5 points. Josh Hart, higher 19.5 points and rebounds. Al Horford, higher 5.5 points. And Nikola Jokic, higher 22.5 points. Nuggets taking on the Thunder. Knicks taking on the Celtics in the East and the West, 2 games tonight. How y'all feel about Gil's picks?
I'm not
partner
rolling.
pack. Not rolling?
I'm not rolling with nothing Gil doing until he faces me.
I feel that.
You feel me?
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So I don't believe in his picks. He's not even here, you know. It's just, right now, just fuck Gil. That's how I'm feeling.
Be like, fuck.
That's why I'm fuck Hector. You know, until he show up, fuck Gil, you know.
We asked the chat if they are riding or fading. The chat, well, give it a second. Hold on. It's picking up.
They better say no.
It's picking up. Hold on. One more second. Nope. 47% of the chat riding with Gil's picks. 53 are not riding with it. But for the 40% who are, if you don't have the Underdog app, go ahead and download, use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a special pick'em. And if you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we have audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. So let's get right to it. Warriors and Rockets met in Houston for Game 7 of their first round series after Houston won back-to-back games to bounce back from a 3-1 deficit to tie it up. These 2 teams were playing against each other for the 12th time this season.
Damn.
But the Warriors would be a man short. Gary Payton II sidelined with an illness. But Buddy Hield came through when his team needed him the most. Let's take a look at the highlights if we can, please, Paolo. So after letting his emotions get the best of him in Game 6, Draymond got the Warriors going early, hitting 2 threes in the first quarter. Dre had his best game of the series, 16.6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 blocks. Steph went scoreless for most of the first half, but the Rockets struggled to take advantage.
That's crazy. Oh, my God.
As the Warriors led by 4 points after the first 12 minutes of action, thanks in part to obviously this Buddy Hield 40-foot buzzer beater to give his squad some momentum. So while Steph was held to just 3 points in the first half, going 1 for 7 from the field, hitting his only shot with 33 seconds remaining in the half, Buddy did his best 30 impression After scoring 4 total points in the previous 2 games combined, including a donut in Game 6, Buddy found his stroke, coming through with 22 points in the first half, including 14 in the second quarter, hitting 6 of his first 7 3-point attempts. Warriors went on a 24-13 run to take a 12-point lead into the half. So into the game, the Warriors were 10-0 against the Rockets in the playoffs under Steve Kerr when leading at the half. Amen Thompson had his best game of the series, leading the Rockets in scoring with 24 points on 9 of 16 shooting, along with 9 rebounds. Alperen Şengün had 21 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 dimes, while Fred VanVleet added 17 points. It was another tough game for Jalen Green, though. Just 8 points, going 3 for 8 from the field. Rockets did their best to stay in the game in the second half, cutting the deficit to as low as 3 in the third quarter, but Chef Curry caught fire in crunch time, scoring 14 of his 22 points in the fourth quarter. Also had 10 rebounds, 7 dimes, putting up the only double-double for the Warriors this postseason. So with the Warriors up 8, playoff Jimmy went to work, scoring 6 straight points. Jimmy Buckets finished with 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. He was 7 of 13 from the field. Then Steph and Buddy Hield put the nail in the Rockets' coffin with back-to-back 3-pointers to extend the Dubs' lead to a dub. Buddy led the Warriors with 33 points, going 9 of 11 from deep. Hill's 9 threes tied an NBA record for Game 7 with Dante DiVincenzo, who did it last season. Dubs were 18 of 43 from 3 in the game, while the Rockets were 6 of 18. So Warriors improved to 5-0 in playoff series against the Rockets in the Steve Kerr era. They have also won 3 straight series-clinching games on the Rockets' home floor.
Yeah.
After the game, the longest-tenured Warriors reflected on their domination of the Rockets during their time in the Bay.
You've won 5 series now in Houston. What do you think your reputation is in the city?
I'm a winner. It's always fun winning in the city and winning in this arena. So Fred had made a comment earlier in the series, said this ain't that team. It's that organization, though. And we like coming to this city and playing in these situations. It's been good to us.
Tell them.
Swag, you've been a part of that.
Let them know. They always fall apart, man.
City been good to them.
Yeah, for sure. First, I just want to say,
Ladies and gentlemen,
he come out soon when I'm about to talk about a corner.
Gil has returned to the arena,
about my corner,
representing.
Oh, it's Cinco de Mayo then.
I didn't know y'all was working on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, we work every day.
Y'all do not respect the Spanish culture.
It is. Mayo.
Watching TV, man. About to go to lunch, man. What's happening?
It's a Band-Aid.
Gil celebrating Cinco de Mayo coming through
Was working for real.
with the custom Fernando Valenzuela
Hey.
Dodgers jersey.
You is,
Gilberto Arenas.
You is, Gilberto.
Hey, that's a nice jersey.
Why I see that you just dropping shit off?
I thought you were just dropping shit off.
Hey, hello everybody. What's happening, man?
What you sipping on, Gil?
Cinco de Mayo.
The good stuff.
What is that?
Cinco de Mayo, an American
Hey,
holiday
that's expensive.
in Mexico.
Day, baby.
In Mexico, it's literally just May 5th.
Yo, that's a nice jersey.
Why people don't got the day off?
That's what I thought.
I thought you
I'm
know.
Spanish, you know.
No
Part
decoration.
Cuban, so I had the day off.
No, what
What the fuck with you?
Cubano,
It's Trump in
What
office.
y'all?
Afro-Cubano.
Trump in office.
Yeah, Trump in office, so he ain't got no day off.
Get your ass to work. Essays.
Hey, wait, Chat said 47% redo that. I'm here now.
Okay, Gil's in the arena now. Let's ask the chat if they are riding or fading with Gil's picks for this evening. If we can get that poll back up, please.
Is that what we doing? 47%? I gotta see that shit.
Gil, the chat was revolting.
They got me fucked
Let you know
up.
their display.
Yeah, man, we gonna take a shot of that.
Take a shot of this. Maybe this
Take a
that
shot
good
of that,
shit.
man.
Yeah.
Man, that looked dangerous.
That
it
looks
is,
dangerous, bro. For
They
real.
call me Senor Gilbert. Hey.
Gilberto! Oh, yeah, okay.
Sorry, can you pass me that, please?
And shout out to the legend Fernando Valenzuela, R.I.P.
She gonna be, yeah. She bringing it to you.
Oh, sorry.
You know I abstain.
Where
No,
yours
I
at?
abstain.
Huh.
I need
Oh,
one
just
more.
get that one.
2 for Mr. B.
You don't drink over?
I got Little League today, Gil.
I got a little bit.
I got Little League game.
Might-
You gotta be right.
You might need that.
No, we rolling right now. We rolling. Well, Gil, we have re-asked the chat.
Toast?
To the L Dodgers. The L Dodgers.
The Doyers.
Yeah, the Dodgers, you know?
So, Gil, the chat is now appreciated you pulling back up to the arena on this glorious Monday. 55% of the chat now riding with your picks
What the hell?
on the Underdog app. Man,
That's
you're
what I'm
part of the
talking
fact.
about.
For
I'm
this
back,
one,
baby.
I like them picks right there. Those some good picks.
you know,
Good picks right there.
we support Gil always. Unwavering.
Them good picks?
Those some good picks right there.
Unwavering.
That's crazy.
I wasn't fucking with you at first. I thought
Damn.
I thought you was ducking me. 'Cause you know, you see me with my knee pads on and shit, you get scared. So we ain't hooping right now.
Shout out everybody in the
Wait,
chat.
did you just come from the gym?
Yeah,
Yes.
baby.
Yes.
We got work coming up.
Vernon cooked y'all though. Vernon cooked y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat who is taking a shot here with the arena, whether you're at work or not. Just don't let your bosses see. We appreciate y'all's support always.
Going to El Torritos.
Yeah, we got nervous. We thought you wasn't coming today, man. We was a little sad.
I wasn't.
You don't believe in off day.
I wasn't coming.
No, we need to go to Casa Vega.
I was upstairs. Casa Vega.
Yeah.
Today, Casa Vega on me.
Today.
Okay.
You're not invited.
I don't want to go. I'm not drinking. I'm saving myself
Man.
for your ass.
For Jesus.
You're not drinking?
I just drunk, but I'm not drinking.
Oh, I get it. You gonna drink, but just not get.
And I respect Gil Band-Aid over the logo.
Yeah, been there, you know.
Loyal to your soil. The good folks at Adidas. So Gil, we're talking about the Warriors-Rockets. Game 7. Warriors got the big win in Houston. 5-0 against the Rockets in
You
playoff
interrupted
series
me
under
too.
Steve Kerr.
'Cause I was
3
about to
straight
talk
wins.
about corners.
3
Go
straight
ahead.
wins in
I'll let
Houston.
you go first.
But
I don't even know what's going on. Do you? I'll just follow. I'll follow your lead.
I'm updating you, getting you ready to go. But what's biggest takeaways from the Warriors' Game 7 win over the Rockets in Houston?
Buddy Hield.
That you need your corners, man. You know, you need the corners. And Buddy Hield just came through for us. They don't win that game without him. You know, all it takes for a guy like Buddy Hield, you know, kind of remind me of myself just to see the ball go through the hole. And I say after that half-court shot, it was go time, you know, and that got his juices flowing, throw him shots at the right time when they needed it. And yeah, man, you gotta give props to that guy to play through all the Steve Kerr ups and downs. You know, you got the I keep forgetting his name. The not Brzezinski, but
Pajimski.
Pajimski.
Brandon Pajimski.
You know, guys like that starting in front of him, and for Buddy Hield, the sad part about this, a guy like Brzezinski will get paid more than Buddy Hield too. So, but it comes to show you that you need players like that. They had them games in the playoffs when you need them. It's Game 7. He showed out.
Yeah. I think for me, it's just them staying poised. You know, they've been in so many different situations, you know, playing in the playoffs and having guys like Kevin Looney come in the game, you know, his little minutes that he did, whatever.
Yeah.
But those were big moments. Buddy Hield stepping up when they needed the most. You know, Jimmy Butler was going to do his thing. Steph struggling in the first half. And then Steph being able to take over in the fourth quarter, things like that. Just the poise, man, just the maturity and all the experiences that they've been through this. You know, it just showed a lot about them as an organization, as a team.
Yeah, I mean, you know, once it went to a Game 7, it actually favored Golden State Warriors. Superstar, veterans that's been there, veterans that's won, veterans that's carried teams. They had the experience versus, you know, a group where the best players are very inexperienced. And it kind of showed the whole playoffs. So for Steve Kerr to switch his lineup to actually start Buddy Hield now, like he did at the beginning of the season when Buddy Hield was performing. You know what's so funny is sometimes that's all it takes. Is I'm coming off the bench playing these bench minutes, and then you start me, and now I have my starter game. And you know that's what it looked like. That you know him as a starter, we see what he is.
Yeah. So Buddy moved into the starting line, I believe, after Game 4. So Game 4, 5, 6, and 7. Games 5 and 6, 4 total points combined. Have 4 points. Game 5, 0 points in Game 6. Came through with this 33-piece.
Yeah, that bench. Listen, listen. When you're playing with Steph and they're doing all that against Steph, Buddy Hield is the second option. Right. That can flat out just shoot the ball. So you know when you're talking about scheming against Steph, you need Buddy Hield. You know when Buddy Hield's coming into the game, and Steph is coming out of the game, now the focal point on you got to do your thing. You know, which changes your game. But can I ask you a question?
What? What I do now?
When you talk about corner,
that is a corner.
He's a corner? How is he a corner guy? He's a starter. Like, he started before. I thought corner guy, like, you're not a corner guy. I don't even know why you claiming that.
No, that's what we are.
No, J.R. Smith, y'all not corner guys.
The elite
that is a six man.
It's
Those
levels.
are six
It's
men.
levels. No. Because when you got the ball, where do I got to be?
Moody is a corner.
You got the ball.
But you get plays.
I do.
So that's not corner. Corner is a guy who don't get no plays.
Corners need plays because that's the only time y'all listen. That's the only time stars listen.
A hybrid corner or
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
elevated corner?
It's levels.
Like, corner guy is
like
a guy
corner guys to me like Carlos Delfino, like when I
Yeah, not even him. Like Moody is a corner guy. Sit your ass in the corner and swing, and you eventually get it at some point.
It's levels. Corners is everything but the.
Like Austin Reeves can't be a corner.
He is to
No.
He can get out of it once he get his own team, but I mean,
now
Luka
that-
got the ball.
Corn Cajun.
Where do he got to be?
I mean, now that you say it like that, Nick, you ain't a corner.
You're not a corner guy.
Like you come down.
First of all, a corner guy don't average 18 points. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm about to.
No, that's a six man.
No, it's the elite. It's the elite. It's the elite. We elite corners.
Corner.
Because you know we got to be in the corner.
You're not a corner boy, you're a corner man.
Like, corner guy.
Like later in your career,
Your ass is getting 3 shots. Your ass better
all the
make
way.
though.
That's all the way bottom.
Your ass better make though.
That's all the way bottom. But
later in your career, you was a corner guy, but not in the beginning.
Not at the beginning. When you got the Golden State, corner guy.
corner, but not
Your ass in that corner.
not with the Wizards and Lakers. Hell,
Wizards,
levels.
Lakers, Clippers.
It's
That's no. Man.
yeah, you ain't no corner guy.
You 6 man, 7 man.
You elite. That's the elite. You got, it's levels to this. It's like you got superstar and you got star. You got super corner and you got regular corner.
I think you was on that bench in that you was on the bench in the Golden State, and you started thinking about everybody else. Like, that's not you, brother. You trying to fit in.
It came with
Kwame Brown was a corner, nigga.
Kobe said,
He
get
was
your
a corner
ass
big, quarter
said,
big.
Yeah, that's
corner.
That nail spot, corner for big.
Hit the nail spot, you hit the dunker spot,
The
you sit your ass down.
The dunker
What
spot
Co-
is their corner.
What Kobe say?
To get your ass in that corner. That's when I said, I'm a corner nigga. I get it now.
I get it.
I had my team until you got here. And I took my ass right there. And
So, Buddy Hield, corner store, in your opinion, Swag?
No, he ain't
He's
the
elite. He's elite.
He ain't in the
Elite.
liquor store, man.
He's elite.
Nah.
Nah, liquor stores, they don't score.
That's the
That's
corner.
Patrick Beverly type shit. They just get hit in the
That's
head.
the corner, nigga. the Derek Fitz, sit in the corner. Brian Shaw, sit your ass in the corner.
So, like I mentioned, Buddy Hield set a playoff career high, 33 points. X factor for the Warriors in this game. So we saw a clip a few weeks back of a mic'd up Steve Kerr clowning Buddy on the bench, reintroducing him to Steph Curry. We're not watching the clip. I'm just telling you what happened. You remember that clip? Hey, meet Steph. Buddy meet Steph. Greatest shooter in the world, trying to play him. He was just joking around, but
Playing them at the
nonetheless,
same
he was
time.
playing him
It
at the
was a
same
subtle
time.
play.
So that's why you said Buddy's corner store level. Good to see Buddy Hield repping for the corner store dudes.
Yeah.
And the Dubs gave some win. Did it bring a flutter to your heart?
Oh, man, it was a down there cry, because I just know what he was going through at the moment, when you say things like that, when Steve Kerr say little things like that, they do that. And that stuff kind of hurts because you're like, damn, I could shoot too, shit, sometimes. And that can mess with your confidence because now you thinking, I got to pass it to Steph every time, and
You do.
you pump faking your shots. I know you do, but sometimes you open and be like, fuck, should I shoot this or pass? And sometimes for a guy like Buddy, I feel like he's best when he's not thinking as much. I think you gotta let him just be Buddy.
Yeah, there's this real thin line between like being an option 2 and a 6 man.
Yeah.
Right? You like when Steph is going.
Oh yeah.
Then you look for him. But for the most part, like, as a player who is a number 1 player, you do need your Buddy Hields to hit shots.
Yep.
That's the most frustrating thing. Like, I don't give a fuck what the coach is telling you.
Right.
If I'm passing you the ball, I need you to hit those shots because I need the defense to be regular.
Yep.
See, if they're sitting there double teaming me, triple teaming me, and you over here sitting there looking for me, that hurts me. Go try to score. I need you to make them say, hey, redo the defense.
Yeah.
Call a timeout. All right, we're going to play straight up. Now, once they play straight up, now I get to get back off. Like, so if I'm passing you the ball and you're not shooting, you pump fake and doing that dumb shit, I need to pump fake. Like, you know who irritates me? Pozinski sometimes. But I know he's a rhythm player.
Yeah.
But sometimes he'll be open,
Yep.
and Steph needs you to hit that shot, or at least take that shot so your man stays.
Yeah.
You know, what's
Honest,
the name?
honest.
All right, you got to be honest.
Yeah.
If not, you pump fake, and now you want to sit there and probe and
Right.
do all that.
Yeah.
That's fucking Steph.
But Buddy Hield, you know, he's a natural. Like that's what he do. So
like
he-
Steph needs Buddy Hield. Brzezinski he just needs screens.
Yeah.
Like he's I like him. He's a crafty left-handy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rashad said he was right. So
Right at what?
He said that he was the one that said Buddy Hield was gonna have this game. He's put it in the chat. He just said, that he was the one that came out and said it. I'm just saying.
Anybody? I don't know.
I don't remember. I'm not gonna let it. Well, I'm not gonna let
If
it.
he's right. He's right. I don't know.
That's what he said.
I know. I said Buddy Hield need to start over Brzezinski because he was the true guard and he was playing very well.
You know what? It ain't even about who's right.
He's right. I mean,
Stick together, ladies and
Buddy
gentlemen, here in the
Hield.
arena. Bajinski did average 11 points per game in that series. Came up with some timely plays.
yeah, but
he was on. Yeah, he was
But
a little.
the problem is he's
Sounds
a
like Kevin
point
Looney
guard,
minutes. Yeah.
not a shooting guard.
Yeah.
He is literally a point. He's not a catch and shoot type of guy. He is, I got to put the ball down. I got to probe. You got to treat him like more of like a Brunson style, right? So having a Brunson and another point guard is kind of weird, right? So it's either have Steph as Clay now, or Brzezinski sits on the bench and have Buddy Hield. But it seemed like they started all three of them and went very small.
So, Swag, you played
got
under
that
Steve
scoring.
Kerr, played for this Warriors franchise, experienced beating the Rockets in the playoffs, but
Oh, yeah.
talked about
I knew this was gonna.
Steve
fall.
kind of playing Buddy to the left, reintroducing to Steph. How often does Steve Kerr do passive aggressive stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
The
he
non-starters.
Yeah, he does it. He does it. The second game of the year, I got that. First game opening night, I had one of them Buddy Hield games, and second game he hit me with the. I'm not gonna play you tonight. We're gonna play Patrick McCall. He's not feeling. He's feeling a little down right now. We need to get his energy going. I had 20-something, 25 first game, and didn't play the second. So those type of things can mess with your head a little bit. But you don't want to be the guy to start confrontation because it's a championship team. I didn't want to be that guy that's mess up the flow. I know Buddy is feeling the same way, So I'm just good to see him go out there.
Yeah, but ain't that what Phil Jackson used to do to players?
Mind games.
Play the mind games.
Not on game day. What the fuck you playing the mind game on game day for?
Yeah.
Especially when athletes are superstitious.
Right.
Athletes are superstitious. So their success, if you look at some of these guys and you ask them, what do you guys do every day on practice day and every day on game day, you will realize they do the same thing. Somebody wears the same drawers on game days. Niggas wear the same socks, right? You driving, eat the same food, right? So when you as a coach start interrupting that with dumb shit, mind games, you kind of fuck everything up. That player can get lost where you say, hey, look, I'm not gonna play you today.
Feel like
I'm gonna play this person.
wrong. Yeah.
Right now you sit here and oh, I'm not playing today. Now you are out. Now let's say this person got in foul trouble. Now it's oh, hey BJ, we gotta play you. You didn't go through your routine.
But
You didn't go through your routine to get prepared for the game. Just like how they get prepared for the game, an athlete gets prepared for the game. So if you're telling me before the game, you don't need me, one, that tells me you're a dumbass coach. Not saying Steve Kerr's a dumbass coach or anybody who does it. Me personally, I'm saying you're a dumbass coach because that means you're coaching from a piece of paper in theory, not the actual game. That means you're not watching the game in real time to let me know what the game needs. You're already prejudging what the game is.
Right.
You done simulated. This is not a fucking simulation. The game is, I'm going to start, okay, he's playing bad. Hey, BJ, get in there. Shit, BJ. It's situational.
But what about, that whole thing about when you come in the league, you got to stay ready, be ready.
You stay ready, be ready until I tell you you're not playing today.
Yeah, that's
Well,
different.
If I say you're not playing today, you're not going to stay ready, be ready.
We see it happening with Kuminga. Kuminga played a little bit in this game.
No, but I'm saying, if I'm active, if I'm on the roster, I'm the 12th. Say I'm the 12th guy. You tell me I'm not. I still should be ready, though, right?
But you should. But is that the case? You've heard players say, "I ain't playing today." Are they ready to be ready? No.
Yeah,
They don't have their shorts on. They don't have their jerseys on.
Knowing you're not gonna play is a totally different way of coming to the arena than knowing you might play.
No,
It's like going to
for sure. But I'm just saying it could be a foul. It could be a foul trouble situation. Like did Kevin Looney know he was going to play in Game 7?
But he couldn't tell him he wasn't gonna play.
He's been there long enough to. He's in a different situation.
That's like the work saying, you know you ain't gonna get none tonight.
No, it's like
She lying.
I'm on a period. But come over. Like, oh my God.
So we've seen this. We've seen this happen.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no chance now. You saying that I'm not gonna get it, I still got a possibility. I'm gonna go shoot my shot still.
Okay.
But when
finds
you
a way,
know you're
Gil.
not getting, like, I know I'm not gonna get it, changes your perspective.
So we saw it with Kuminga. Kuminga been getting done dirty
Yeah, he feeling
for the last few weeks.
sure.
Played 7 minutes in this game, was 0 for 4, didn't score. But
feeling it.
said he was tired of hearing people say, "Stay ready." He was gonna be ready.
Yeah.
But we're seeing the effects of how they've been doing them.
Like mental. Like we see what Clay looked like last year.
Man.
Right? We're not getting his contract. We see what a mental fucked up. We seen what Westbrook looked like when he wasn't needed.
Yeah.
Right? We see it's more mental than anything. If you're in the NBA, you are talented. The up and downs come from mental.
Yeah.
That's all. That's really all of the mentally strong is the elite.
Yeah.
So we can say whatever we want about players and, they're not mentally strong. The elite is mentally strong.
Yeah, for sure. Gil you mentally strong, Gil. I ain't gonna lie to you, you are.
Like it's
I used
like
to call you when I was down.
Yeah, and I thought, hey man, fuck all that, man.
Yeah, fuck
Bust
all
that
that,
motherfucker ass. And then I know he's gonna go out there and perform.
I had my best games like that, yeah.
Like it's all about mental. If you mentally think you can do it, you're gonna do it. If somebody tells you, that's why I tell a coach you can never put confidence in a player. You can only take it.
Yeah.
A player gets his confidence from work ethic and training and this and busting some player's ass. You can only take it from them.
But I mean,
Saying shit like, we're not gonna play you tonight.
Yeah, but
And you looking at the people you playing and you're like,
yeah, but that's.
but isn't the coach doing the opposite? I say, y'all believe me, I want you to shoot it every time you get it.
cool.
I'm just
like
saying
a hater.
that's not
Cool.
gonna build your confidence
Nah.
to make you.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
help
Like,
me out.
like, doesn't it build like if they say, I ain't playing or this and that, and you come back the next game after that.
Stay ready, be ready. Right. Stay ready, be ready. I'm gonna go get you, dog. Stay ready, be ready, and you just sitting there like,
Right? Yeah.
is that building your confidence?
But you're a pro though.
Play me 48
And
minutes.
that leash
right?
can hurt your confidence.
I'm human.
Too. When you miss a shot,
Yeah,
you
no,
take it out the
I get
game.
it. I get you human, but other people don't care.
Play me 48 minutes. Like, the New York Knicks, I don't give a fuck what
Yep.
they tell you, they have confidence.
They got confidence.
All of them with a starting five. Because they know no matter what they do, they playing at least 40-something minutes. That's the confidence. I know I'm not going to get subbed out for turnovers, mistakes, missed shots. I can be 0 for 12.
Yeah,
That's the confidence. The time is the confidence.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about two elite players on this Warriors squad. So in their first playoff series together, Steph and Jimmy Butler got the job done. Steph averaged 24 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists for the series. Playoff Jimmy suffered a pelvic contusion that forced him to miss most of game 2.
You said what?
A pelvic contusion.
His booty hurt.
His booty hurt.
They were drilling it there.
I'm not a doctor.
Pelvic contusion.
I
Pelvic
think
is
it's that butt bone. That
pelvic
bone
is the pelvic is the back?
I mean, I think the bone extends.
All around? Or like a belt?
The ass.
Okay. I didn't know.
A booty injury.
I was like,
But still averaged 18.6 rebounds, 5 assists, scoring 20 or more points in 4 of the 6 games that he played in. So what are your impressions of the Chef Curry and playoff Jimmy duo after their first playoff series together?
like it.
I like it.
I like it.
I mean, shit, you won a round.
Man, the only California team too. Shit.
Yeah.
Well,
They won a
What?
round.
All we need.
We gotta
only team to play the Rockets.
we gotta talk about the how long which one you think it is? What he did to Jalen Green. Was it more Jalen Green or more Jimmy Butler? Because the game Butler didn't play, Jalen Green had 38.
I think this
That was game 2. Jimmy left that game first quarter.
I think there's more coaching.
More coaching, right? I think it's more him too, though. It's YouTube moves, too many YouTube
No,
moves.
I mean, when you're talking about, trying to figure out who you are, you're talking about, Udoka.
Yeah, he's defense.
Like his coaching style is you're in the playoffs and you're playing against Golden State, which is they can say whatever they want, but that's not the team you want to play in the first round. I don't give a fuck what the sports analysts who went to school didn't play sports, not them. There was no NBA player or anybody who played the game had Houston favorite.
Yeah.
Like, I know what they'll say on TV, but there's no way you had Houston favorite, knowing that who is their true star? Who is their true, we're going to give it to you. Like, like when we talked about Cade, we said, they're going to lose, but Cade's going to show who he is.
Right. Yeah.
We never said that on the side with Houston.
Yeah.
Right? And it kind of showed that he went to the lineup that had more defense and more stability offensively. Even though he didn't realize, you take Jalen Green out, who is the threat from the outside? You think they really give a shit about Dylan Brooks shooting threes?
They don't have no outside shooters.
I mean, Van Fleet is your only threat, but he's a small guard.
Yeah.
One hand.
And then you had Amen.
Yeah, he's not a shooter yet.
You had Amen. So you really had no offensive threat. And the fact that you was putting them in, pulling them out, pulling them in, pulling them out, he had no rhythm of ever having a Buddy Hield type of game.
Okay.
Or having a 38 type of game. So if he missed his first shot, you was already thinking, I'm about to pull him out. He was already thinking, I'm coming out. So he really never had a chance to really get into a groove where you missed Steph Curry. Horrible first half, excellent second half, right?
I don't know.
You never was going to get that from Jalen Green the way you was playing him.
First year experience.
I don't know, Gil. Jalen, he kept doing the same fucking step back three every time. He needs to come to.
He don't know how to play basketball.
To Swaggy School this summer.
Gil?
No. What he do need is he needs to understand that you have to, and a lot of players don't understand it. You need different packages for different type of defenders.
Yes. And he settled for the same.
You're doing the same. You're doing the same move on different players, and that's not how the game works.
Yeah.
Right. You got to have a package for the Jimmy Butler type of guys. You need a package for Draymond Green type of defenders. You need a package for Steph Curry type of defender. You need different packages so when these guys get on you, you know how to play the game.
For sure.
And that becomes a problem with some of these guys.
Yeah. Listen, it's gonna be a big.
You
listen. I think this summer.
Happen? Is it over for Jalen up there or no?
Listen, it's gonna be a big summer for him this summer.
It got to.
I feel like personally he doesn't know how to play basketball yet.
Yeah.
So this summer we'll be able to teach him. If not, if I'm Houston, I'm moving on.
They got to.
We're going to talk Rockets in depth in a second, but shifting it back to this Warriors side, I think going into these playoffs, you said you needed to see playoff Jimmy be aggressive, taking shots.
Jimmy hit some shots.
Like I said, he missed the bulk of game 2, didn't play game 3, but beyond those.
We wasn't worried about Jimmy, playoff Jimmy himself. We was worried about the team adjusting to the shots Jimmy are creating for him in regular season, and then Jimmy Butler's creation in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? In regular season when Jimmy was driving, he's not thinking shot, he's thinking pass. And these guys are getting open, diving, flaring to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now when Jimmy Butler comes in for the game, a playoff game, and he's sitting there looking for his shot, and these guys are catching and flaring, and they're open, it's like, well, this ain't the same dude. And that was the only thing I was worried about. Like, it was more the team aspect. They was used to you doing something.
Getting comfortable with the aggressive.
So the starting five, like Jimmy playoff, the starting five looks great. Bench looks washed. When Jimmy Butler was in regular season, bench looked great because he was making these passes to posts and Moody and stuff. And now, now he's like, no, I'm shooting these shots. And they sitting there like, so you don't need us no more, huh, motherfucker?
And Steph always going to be Steph. Obviously, the Rockets tried to neutralize him. On the scoring side of the ball, he still found a way like he does.
I mean, it's a different balance, though, with Jimmy. Like, if you're looking at it, Jimmy is something that the Warriors never had, too, playing next to Steph.
Yeah.
A guy that can get to the rim and, that shoots 13 to 15 footers. And then you got, Buddy Hield coming to himself that's, you just need him to just shoot the ball. Like, you just hoping that he just shoot and stay aggressive. So, it's a different type of look. But I like the look. You know, I knew Jimmy was gonna. I mean, this is what Jimmy been asking for up in Miami.
Yep.
You know, just a little bit of type of help. So
Now he
the
got
fact
it.
that he can have Steph Curry and Buddy Hield and Draymond Green out there with him, I mean, of course they're, you know, it's
Jimmy,
way better than Miami.
This helps for the next round, but Buddy making shots, his confidence is high going into the next round. You need that, yeah.
So Jimmy gets to be Robin now, has embraced that role, said he's more than comfortable being the number 2
I
on
can't
the
even
squad.
say he's Robin.
Yeah, because he,
Like when you like
you can't.
when you watch him in regular season,
That's right.
literally he was Robin,
Yeah.
right? And it was like him and Draymond Green was fighting over the same meal, right? We're both trying to. It's like we're both trying to get 6 assists and just show that we're part of this team.
Yeah.
This Jimmy, when the play-in game started, that is a different. That literally, like when people say playoff Jimmy, that is a real thing now. Even though the numbers are kind of like the same, it is a very different Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's literally a different dude.
That's crazy too, though.
kept
huh?
him in-
Not like I was saying, you can sit there and say, all right, he averaged 21 and then 22. The 22 is very different than that 21 in the regular season.
Yeah, because he's playing for
Time.
It's
Buckets.
impactful. It's timely buckets. It's he's hitting his shots when he
Man.
need it. Like it's
Saw
like
it in the fourth quarter.
all
this
the
game.
big shots that need to be shot.
Yep.
That motherfucker's timing it.
Stop the run.
Yeah, like, yeah, he's doing that.
Man.
Yeah.
In regular season, it's like.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, it's there. Like, I'm here. But,
Like it's like
but
I'm
I ain't
here, I'm gonna. But it's like, okay, hero, you can take all the fourth quarter shots, and it's like you don't. Like he finished with 21, but you didn't see the 21. You see the 21 here.
Yeah.
So, Brandon, you mentioned Draymond. Draymond will always be Draymond. And like you said, nobody's better at being Draymond than Draymond. So after the Warriors win, Dre reflected on how his actions and attitude in Game 6 motivated him to be better in Game 7.
I pouted way too much last game. So I spent the last 2 days embarrassed. Just at what I gave to the game, what I gave to the world. I was embarrassed. And so I've been dying since the last game ended to get out on the floor and prove who I am. You know, one thing about this league, you're never done proving who you are until you're done. Completely finished. And so I wanted to come out and prove again just who I am. With poise, but with the same fire, same tenacity, but poise. And I think I delivered that and gave our guys something to follow. What I gave them last game to follow, they followed it. And that's why we got bullied. But I think I gave them something different to follow today. And that was the message, that was the goal. We got it done.
So after the Game 7 win, Steve Kerr said Draymond set the tone in a team meeting night before Game 7, admitting he lost his poise with the flagrant foul early in Game 6, telling the team he has to do better. Draymond did do better, but
Wait,
this game wasn't without incident. We have the video right here.
You got 10 seconds into the game, right? Oh no.
So late in the second quarter,
2 minutes to go in this first half.
Dre did get a tech in this game for this play on Fred VanVleet.
Draymond Green colliding.
He got one tech, Gil. At least he didn't get 2. Let's take a look at it.
Listen, I'm not even mad at
This
it.
ain't the one. Didn't he get one earlier?
The one he pulled Jalen Green hit.
Potential hostile acts, and Draymond Green already.
It's the
with
same play
flagrants
as damn near.
and that hand to the face.
Game 6.
Listen, hey, man, as long as you're consistent, bro. Shit, just give me one a game.
I'm about to say, you
can give me one a game? At least something. I know you're going to do it, so just go ahead and just give me one a game.
Get one tech, one flagrant.
Then I'm done.
You got 2 to play with to stay in the game.
But, bro, he still stays poised through it all, and they
For
still be
sure.
winning, dog.
Big on
why
both
it's kinda
sides of the
like-
ball.
It's kind of like you want him to change and do. Man, I'm not changing,
let
dog.
him
I'm
be
who I
him,
am,
bro.
man.
You gotta let Draymond be Draymond.
Shit.
You gotta be another leader like Draymond on a championship team like that.
Yeah.
But we see Draymond deliver time and time again, especially in Game 7. He has 16.6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks in this game. We talked about Dre saying he constantly has to prove who he is. But who has Draymond Green proven he is?
A leader, bro.
Dog, is he?
A person that sacrifice and they follow, he's leading a great team. And he's the guy that don't got the flamboyant numbers and all that, but he's one of the most important pieces on that team too, though. So that's crazy. It's
An integral part of the dynasty.
Yeah, like when we say like tough, right? Like
Yeah.
the tough is like, you know, the bully, the, you know, whatever you want to for his position, right? And guys who get texts and guys who are known as bad boys, you know, like when they come down to it, to me, he's like one of the toughest and one of the most meanest bad boys I've ever seen play the game. That's successful too, though with it though, right?
Right, but and smart though. You gotta be.
That's what I'm saying. IQ is smart.
Yeah.
Like he can still play. Like they say Dennis Rodman was tough. Like all Charles Oakley, all these guys, but they not like this is a different type of tough. Like this is a different type of mean, like bully, like he's 4 rings. Like you know what I'm saying. Like when the team needs him, he show up. Yeah, he had the incident when they lost, but
constantly, but
still like it's.
right
But
thing
Draymond Green is successful though. The way he does it. Like he can still go get texts and do some wild shit and everybody's saying you gotta calm down, but he still get it done.
He's a smart, crazy person.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Turned himself into a Hall of Famer with this Warriors franchise. Gil, we talked about Haliburton, most overrated player talk, and you said if you just looked at the numbers, Draymond would probably be the most overrated player, just based on numbers wise, but the value he brings both sides of the ball, the toughness, the grit, setting the tone, being a leader, and all the other things he brings that you aren't gonna see necessarily on the stat sheet.
I think he's at a point where when you're talking about what he brings to the team, it's just like anything. When they're winning, what he brings is great. When they're losing, he becomes the focal point of being stupid, right? And the older he's getting, it's like Dennis Rodman when he first got to Chicago, those first 3 championships. Okay. Cool. Well, when Dennis Rodman went to Dallas and the Lakers, like, what is this?
Yeah.
Right? And I think Draymond needs to really understand where he's at right now, because as long as you're winning, you're a leader. When you're not winning, you become the fool. And the more these little antics are happening, I think people are going to start throwing spaghetti on his resume. And I don't want what he did in the last 10 years, 10, 12, to get erased by the end of his career. Because he is who he is, right? So he's going to keep doing what he's doing, right? He's going to play the game the way he played the game. But it just shows in history that how you end your career is what people remember. And I'd rather him get rid of the antics as next year and the following year when he's about to retire, so the media don't use this against your Hall of Fame resume. You're a 4-time champ. It moves like you do, right? When you're out of the game, it shows. When you're frustrated, it shows for the rest of the team. When you're energized, when you're in the game, when you're defending, when you're doing what you do best, it shows. Your team is unstoppable. So it's trying to maximize that part and leave some of the young shit that you used to do out. Because right now, everybody's going to focus on this part. They're not going to talk about the defensive shit you do, closing out on this guy, dropping this guy, stopping this guy. They're not focusing on that. You're about to play Rudy Gobert,
right?
And the only thing they're going to be showing is motherfucking headlocks, WWE.
No.
Throughout this, and they're going to be watching you to see if you have any of the mannerisms of that. And then as soon as you do show any signs, they're going to penalize you for it. And that's what I don't want from his legacy. There's you know what I mean? You've done built a resume that's been amazing. First ballot Hall of Famer, one of the great defenders out there, one of the smartest defenders, glue guys that the league will ever see.
Yeah.
And you don't want it to all fall apart because of a series or a few plays that ends your career.
I think
I know he knows it's coming to an end, so I think he's like
can't finish it. Like I personally as a Laker fan, I want you to choke the fuck out of Rudy a couple times.
Wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't mind, but put the nigga in a DDT a couple times. Drop him on his head a few times. I wouldn't mind that. But I'm saying as a fan of just basketball and your legacy, don't. I wouldn't even try to attempt to do anything dirty towards Rudy because it's gonna be pushed out there in the most.
Listen, something's gonna happen. Like
you gotta set the tone too.
Yeah. When he set the tone,
Because Ant-Man gonna do it.
But it's not setting a tone like. Whenever he sets a tone like that, it don't work.
No.
When he just sets the tone,
but I'm
defending
just saying,
shit.
it could be setting the tone by just getting a stop. It could be setting the tone by, just coming out early. Like, I'm not saying he got to do all that, but the way he come out, setting the tone, defensive, getting rebounds and making plays, like that's.
The tone was set when he got kicked out of the game in the regular season against Houston. Remember they played and they kicked him out for doing that dumb shit?
They got their ass whooped.
I know. So I said the tone was set then. Because he was talking trash.
I mean, when you're getting your ass beat, it's kind of like you
But they wasn't losing then. But once he got kicked out, I feel like
Speaking
that
about-
was in the back of people's heads.
Speaking about setting the tone, so Draymond may have lost his poise in Game 6, but the Warriors never lost their pettiness. So let's take a look at this that popped up on Threads after the game. So we see Steph, on Game 5, you had Dylan Brooks,
I was
Şengün,
about to say that.
rocking the glasses after a Game 5 win.
All light skin.
So Steph rocked this look after the Warriors' Game 7 win. Draymond quoted this thread, laughing emojis. So you think Steph was trolling the Rockets by rocking the shades after the Warriors' Game 7 win?
hell yeah.
Subtle petty.
Y'all,
Came back with
for sure.
He came back with the orange sweater and the glasses.
In the jury.
Yeah, I'm a winner. Yo, come on, man. That's a get out of here.
Do Steph
What they
get
gonna
away
say
with
now?
all the pettiness he do, though?
Huh?
Do Steph get away with everything?
Most likable asshole in the league.
Man,
Told him
for
that to
real,
his
bro.
face. Like, even if you're not a Warriors fan, not a Steph fan, you got to appreciate
You gotta
it.
appreciate it.
Because he always delivers.
Man.
You know, it's so funny, like when you think about just Steph in this new era of media, he is treated how they treated players from the 80s and mid 90s, right? It's all positive, right? It's,
For real.
you know what I mean? It's how like we grew up on basketball, right? Where you're telling us about him as a family man, his kids, you know, we fell in love with the kids early in his career, right?
We saw his son super salty after
Yeah,
the
super
game
salty
6.
that he lost, and then, you know, he's like, what's going on? But I know, but, you know what I mean? Like, when you're talking about a superstar and how, you know, family people, like, receive Steph. Steph is, like, the idol. Him and LeBron James are the idol of parenting and how you're supposed to look, you know, when you're out there, you know, performing as an athlete. So, you know, how Steph carries himself. You know, if Steph does anything, we're going to all look the other way because he deserves it.
For sure.
Right? You know, his greatness, what he pours into into the game, what he's done for the game, off the court, you know what I mean? What we know about Steph, great golfer. That's pretty much
you
it,
gotta think about that,
right?
yeah.
We don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
like
that's-
a good
to him.
dude, like a real good
He's
dude.
a good dude, yeah.
Got some
Yeah,
good
I
whiskey.
think, for real.
Purveyor of fine alcoholic
whiskey,
beverages.
that
Shout out to
means-
Gentleman's
I
Cut.
was about to say, he does do that.
One of our favorite beverages here at Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop.
Woo woo.
But let's keep this thing moving. We'd like to get a shout out to MeUndies for sponsoring today's podcast. Fellas, it's time to upgrade your underwear with the Ultra Modal Ball Caddy Boxer Briefs from MeUndies. Ball Caddy is really the perfect way to describe how these feel. These game-changing briefs are designed for next-level support. No squishing, no sticking, just pure cloud-like comfort. Not happy with your first pair of undies? It's on MeUndies. So make sure you slide into game-changing comfort with MeUndies. Support the show by going to MeUndies.com/arena and using the code ARENA to get 20% off your first order plus free shipping. That's MeUndies.com/arena. Code ARENA for 20% off plus free shipping. MeUndies, comfort from the outside in. So the guys on this couch have all received the product. How are MeUndies working out for you all?
Man, I love them, dog. I need some more pajamas, too. The gray pajamas.
Yeah.
The undies,
You know,
pajamas.
the gray ones, they show like a little package and shit. So, you know, I be going outside to the mailbox. All the ladies be like, oh my God. I'm like, just checking the mail.
Say, well, oh my God.
Just trying to get the mail.
Those meat undies is
Rocking the
showing your
MeUndies.
He wondered why he sleep in the car, man.
I said I'm going to the mailbox.
I know.
I'm not
This is why you sleep in the car, man. You always on some dumb shit, man.
But we appreciate you, MeUndies, for blessing the arena. Your quality.
But look how he came to work.
Double knee brace.
Double knee
brace from the gym, right? Like he slept in his car. This is probably the outfit he had in his
Nah,
car.
this is showing you I'm working, I'm ready for that.
No, that's
too.
probably
That's what-
I'm gonna just be honest. Just look at the outfit, right? This don't match this nor
I didn't want to
this.
wear my.
Right, so he had basketball shoes and then a regular shirt under.
I ain't got no
right?
shirt under.
I know
That's
you.
what
No,
I'm
no,
saying.
because you sweated that one out.
Yeah, I did.
So that means he had this and this laying in the car with the hat, right? So
No, I brought some stuff. I didn't want to put it on.
right, yeah. So
Yeah.
but that's all in the car.
It was in the car.
I
I
know.
just keep stuff in the
So
car.
that means his whole closet is in the car
no, I'm a
because
good
he
boy.
think that
I'm a
wearing
good boy.
me undies to the mailbox, letting the little, Asian women and the old white women look at his package all day and they waving and shit. Wife sitting there at the goddamn.
I'm sponsoring our shit. That's why. They,
All right.
Swaggy being supportive.
My man needs some of those.
Okay.
Supportive of MeUndies.
So basically, his closet is in his car.
They're ultra modal ball cap.
Probably got some MeUndies in there.
I
Shout
didn't
out
want
to the
to
ball
mess
cap.
up my Jason Tatum's. I didn't want to walk on regular concrete with
Okay.
them,
Can you
Respectable.
go check his car? I guarantee there's some MeUndies in there. Swear to God. Go in there right now.
Hopefully
I know
fresh.
it is.
For sure.
All right, so
They got a toothbrush, everything up in there.
let's hit the Rockets quickly before we keep things moving. So Rockets made the playoffs first time since 2020. First 50-win season since 2019 to secure the 2 seed in the West. But they get a little smoke.
Nah,
A minimum
that
amount of
2 and
smoke.
3
We
seed
talked
got
throughout the
hell.
season and this series about the Rockets needing a go-to guy, very evident in their Game 7 loss. But what do the Rockets need to take the next step as a franchise?
Time.
Shit, they can make some trades. They got pieces.
Yeah.
They got some pieces over there.
Time.
Nah.
No, we ain't got time.
Everybody 22, 23.
That's right. And
You got time.
no, you can't shoot. So how you gonna win a series? You can't even shoot outside the 3 line.
You got time.
No.
Right, what did you get? Like, I think it showed that this is Thompson's team right now. I think as the youngest, he was probably one of the bright spots that stepped up. I do feel like Jalen, if you do give him, you probably give him 1 year. This is his biggest summer. I think for his career, or he'll be traded, and once you get traded, you don't know what the other team wants. So I feel like he got to take that jump this year.
If I'm Houston, I'm rebuilding, dog. I'm keeping Thompson and Sengun.
Rebuilding. They're rebuilding right now. That team is all 22.
But listen, just keep Thompson.
23.
Just keep Thompson and Sengun.
Man Thompson, Shango.
And then do a blockbuster trade for Katie or Young.
So
Yeah,
we
nah,
talked
hell no, I
Jalen
can't
Green.
dumb.
I'm just
Could
saying you
trade
can't.
for Bradley Beal?
What you get
Trade Jalen Green for Bradley Beal right now?
for what? What your team is not even mature enough to even try to win a championship.
And some people-
Even if you get KD, the team is not mature.
I said a blockbuster trade for something.
A blockbuster trade still don't do that person who's coming in, they're not coming into a situation that's ready to win.
You don't think
Their
so?
guys is still too young. All of
What you
them.
mean?
Sengun, don't be honest.
I would keep Sengun and Thompson and trade everybody else.
Okay,
we can get
now
off
you're still
them.
talking about 3 or 4 years from now.
No, we're not.
Yes.
Depends
3
on
or
who you
4?
You
Yeah.
one
Yes.
star away.
Depends on
No,
who you
you're
get.
not. You're not. I'm sorry.
Depends on who you get.
Sengun, the problem with Sengun himself is they're comparing him to Jokic and Sabonis too early. I don't think he's that type of player yet, right? He's better defensively. Offensively, he doesn't understand take the open shot. Right here, there was plays he was doing where it's like they're giving you this, take it. You know what I mean? You can shoot this, and it's like he's still immature. Yeah,
He's a rookie.
He's 22 years old.
that's what I'm saying.
He's a rookie?
He's still immature in his
Like his third or fourth
in his game.
For right now, because
But that's what I'm saying.
So next
he's
year,
still immature
We got summer.
in
We got
what
the-
his game is.
we got the whole summer.
So Gil, he's 22 years old, Jalen Green 23, but what's the fine line between letting a team grow and not letting a realistic title contending win?
They're not a contending title team yet.
On paper,
They're-
second in the West.
I don't give a fuck about none of that, man. That's all fugazi
But
bullshit.
think about
They are Boston 3 years ago.
Stop that. Yeah,
Don't
stop
ever
that shit.
disrespect Jason Tatum, Brown.
Please stop that. Like,
Don't you
relax.
fucking dare do
I
that.
said they're Boston 3 years
They're not. They're not
From
Boston
the point
with Jason. They're not.
3
They're not even
years
on that
ago.
same type of
To the
talent.
playoff, they were showing you.
What I'm
they
saying
didn't
is,
show nothing,
what I'm
though.
saying is, 3 years ago, when people said they need to get rid of this team, and I'm sitting here like, no, they just need time to develop who they are. This team is very. You just said 22.
I know,
Yeah, but Gil, Boston 3 years ago was in the NBA Finals.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm talking about as players,
I
dog.
understand what you're saying, but
Like, you motherfuckers is so quick to get rid of. They're 22 and 23. Can I ask you, show me superstars that they were the number one option at 22 to 23 that actually performed very well and won something?
Kobe.
He was the second option.
He performed well.
I said the number one option. Show me the number one option.
We just talking about.
I mean,
Boston.
Magic? No, it was Kareem.
I mean, we don't. I mean, Kobe.
They didn't win nothing. They were you've been trying to break Boston up since fucking 2020.
Look at the play. I mean, those are different.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to let people mature.
No, you can already see it.
What
though.
has he done?
Your star player is supposed to be one of them guys.
Not yet. No, you
You
gotta
can
let
show
them-
it though, but you can
gotta
show
let
it.
them
He can't even.
perform.
He haven't even showed
He
it.
got a reality check on his game.
And
That's why I said
so
one
you
year though.
So he got a reality check on his performance.
Okay.
Right? Showed, hey, playoffs is this is the first time they made the playoffs since when?
2020.
This is the first time he made the playoffs.
Jalen
right?
Green's first playoffs.
So it showed that, hey, you're not ready yet. You need to work on your game. Right? So why am I going to trade a guy who hasn't shown me he can adjust?
But I
So
told this is the
okay,
biggest
so
summer.
okay.
I didn't
hold on.
this summer.
Okay.
I said this is big.
Okay, so this is their first year, right? So OKC, that was their first, right, in the playoffs last year? Or whatever. So are they going to come back next year like OKC?
Can I get 3 more years to be 26 like Shea?
Or can you get a player who
Can I be 26 like Shea?
Can we just see it? Can we just see it? Can we just see
Shea
it?
is 26, 27. These guys are 22, 23.
But do you need to bring in a
what
player like
are
that?
y'all missing something?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They need to bring in a superstar.
Give me fucking 4 more years to be fucking Shea.
Was
still
that
can't
Ant-Man first year last year?
Huh?
That was Ant-Man first playoffs last year?
No.
No.
He made the playoffs before.
Yeah, he made the playoffs before.
Houston is not going to listen. Houston's not going to do anything with this. They're going to have to move some pieces.
Been in the
bro.
league that long?
I'm sorry. They not.
They lost to the Nuggets first round a couple years
Like
ago.
you're talking about a team that's young, they made it to the playoffs.
That's
like I personally is telling you, like, if you start trading your pieces away, it's a bad look for you. You are the second seed. This is your team. They're all 22, 23. Wait till they're 26 to 27 before you make a major move.
No,
You're gonna trade. Let's do what you do. Let's trade Jalen Green and somebody for KD.
No. And Bradley, he can go.
Yeah, trade him.
No, I
can
wouldn't
go.
trade for KD.
Then you got
Van
KD.
Fleet got a
You got
team
KD.
option.
I'm not trading for KD.
You
Right
got KD,
And you can give
and
me
you
somebody
got
else.
a 22-year-old.
You got somebody else
center.
too.
You got a 23-year-old. You got a 22-year-old. You got a 21. You're not winning shit. You're too young.
Van Fleet got a $45 million player or team option.
Yeah, he can go.
They got a team option. There's been some talk about
That'd
whether
be a good spot for Bradley Beal.
they bring him back.
to learn.
Man,
They can learn from him.
I mean, listen, even if they stay, they still, Lakers going to get better.
this is
OKC
biggest
still going to be better. Like, you still can't shoot outside.
Cool. Right
need
now,
some shooters.
today, I can't shoot today.
You won't be able to shoot next year either.
For Jalen Green?
For Jalen
Yes.
Green, this is his biggest.
Him and Sengun.
You don't trade him right away. I think you give him this. You give him this year.
Well, if they don't
he
exercise
gotta
the
work,
option
though.
on Van Fleet, they'll have a
Man,
lot
they
of money to
couldn't beat
play
a
with in free agency.
37-year-old Steph Curry,
Gotta
dog.
get rid of
Stop.
all them old people around him. I'm sorry.
They couldn't beat a 36, 37-year-old Steph Curry. Stop.
Who was Steph Curry at 23?
Stop. He was hooping. He was,
His
he
first
was doing
playoffs,
his
they
thing.
went to work.
He was hurt.
Okay, he was hurt.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. You're trying to compare 22 to 23-year-olds to proven champions and proven players.
Oh, yeah.
They're not
The best
there
point guards to
yet.
ever play the game. I mean, that's not
The
even.
best point guards that ever played the game, what was their performance at 22, 23?
So, Gil, to your point, Jalen Green, first playoff series, but you got to just admit he struggled.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
38 in game two, but averaged just 9 points per game over the 6 other
The
games.
look.
So he had
It looked
38,
ugly, but that's
38 in
what I'm
game two,
saying. It's the
55
look.
It don't
total
even
points
look.
in
It
the
don't
other
even
six
look
games.
like it's gonna. It doesn't even look like it's gonna progress.
Now think about this. When Ant-Man went to go, because it's a thing now, when Ant-Man went to go work out with Golden State Warriors, right? When he left that workout, what did he call his trainer and say?
We need to work harder.
We need to work harder. Like, I went into this workout and
You gotta get rid of
same thing with
all
Jalen.
them old niggas.
Jalen is like, he went into this playoffs and he got a rude awakening, right? And he goes back into the summer and said, yo, I need to really tap the fuck in. So we have to give him a chance to see what he's gonna turn into.
Okay. I mean,
And that's all it is.
We'll
like,
see.
sometimes the
we'll
rules
see.
wanna
Because
be-
Ant-Man is a different type of animal.
At this time, I feel you don't want to be that guy left behind. Like, you got Cade, you got the Ant-Mans, and he's like that last.
Yeah.
He's a part of that crew, right?
No, it's him.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
him, Cade, Mobley, like
He's
it's
a part
those
of
guys,
that.
yes.
And they're all already.
Playoff wise, listen, playoff wise, we even said it though. Cade is gonna show he's a superstar. Right? Waiting for Jalen. Jalen showed that he still needs some work. He needs to change his game for the playoffs. We have to give him the summer to do that.
But that's been his game.
But if you've never been never been in the playoffs, you don't know your game is what it is.
But he's
Okay, I'll give you that.
But we never. But for 4 years,
I'll give you that.
too.
But at some point, you got to be able to, like a switch come on to make you do something different. I feel like he couldn't do nothing different. I understand I say he need to work, but at some point, it's like, nigga, fuck this, I'm going to do something.
But again,
And
same
he
thing I
did
said
the
about
same
the same thing I said about young teams. In
same
the
youth.
regular season, y'all look good because no one is looking at you. No one is scouting you. The playoffs show you who you really are, right? In this league. Cade, Brunson, right? Shea, we know who's superstars. We know like some guys like a Buddy Hield. He's been there before, right?
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Jimmy Butler, he's been there before. We know the guys that's been to that level. These young guys, this was their first thing. Cade stepped up, right? Jalen didn't. But now for the first time, Jalen has seen like, okay, I need to really tap into this because I didn't see this. They're pushing me to this. They knowing all my moves, they're knowing all my plays, they know where I'm trying to go. They're beating me to the spot because it's a different animal.
So, are you saying he needs, 1 to 2 more playoffs?
No, he got this summer. He got this summer. He got this summer,
He
dog.
should be, him and his trainer should be in the lab watching. Like,
Right now.
All right, whenever they switch, they push me this way. Versus when regular season, they push me and they play me straight up. Like in the player like Steph, right? The great Steph, first half, they had him contained.
Yeah.
And then he thought about, okay, when I switch out, they do this. When I do this, then it's like, okay, this is easy. Boom.
So he needs 1 more postseason, though. What I'm saying. And if he has to build-
sometimes you only need
you take the summer, you have next season, and we see improvement in the next postseason.
postseason.
We can roll.
You're gonna if he's gonna be who he is, you're gonna see the performance next summer.
Okay.
I mean next postseason.
So we asked the chat. We gave him 2 options. We said the Rockets should either A, blow it up, B, let their core develop. 81% of the chat says the Rockets should let their core develop. But let's keep this thing moving. We're going to shift over to the Eastern Conference. So after the Knicks took a 3-1 lead in their series against the Pistons, Detroit responded with a big win in the Garden in Game 5. Pistons returned to their crib for Game 6, looking to snap an NBA record-tying 9 straight home playoff losses dating back to 2008. But Jalen Brunson had other plans, delivering another legendary playoff performance to stay on his throne as the king of New York. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. So despite being bothered by an ankle injury, Brunson led the Knicks with 40 points and 7 assists, 15 of 33 from the field in his 42 minutes of action. It was Brunson's 8th career 40-point playoff game, with all but one of those games coming since he's been with the Knicks. Mikal Bridges added 25 points and 11 of 16 shooting. OG Anunoby had 22 5 boards and 3 steals. Josh Hart had 13 10 boards. And despite an off-scoring night, Cat was big on the boards. 10 points, 15 rebounds, including 5 on the offensive side before fouling out late in the 4th quarter. Cade Cunningham led the Pistons with 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Jalen Duren added 21 and 6 boards. Azor Thompson, 17.6 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. He was 7 of 10 from the field. Malik Beasley added 20 points off of the bench. This one was tight. Pistons came back, took a lead. Mikal Bridges with this nice tip-in right here to tie the game up. With the game tied at 113, Brunson showed why he won the Clutch Player of the Year award, putting Azor Thompson on skates, hitting a 3 in his grill to give the Knicks the lead. Pistons had one last chance to save their season, but Malik Beasley fumbled a pass from Cade on what would have been a wide-open 3-point attempt to tie the game. Knicks went on an 11-1 run to end the game, clinch the series, advancing to the second round for the 3rd straight season. So after the game, Brunson had this to say about his legendary game winner and how he ended up taking that shot.
With a defender like Lasar and the way he was playing, what made you go to that move, that snatch back? There was so many things that you could have done. Did you know that was going to work? What made you pick that move?
I don't really go and think, all right, I'm going to make this move right here. It was just an instinct. He beat me to the spot. He cut me off. Just went back the other way, and I found a lot of space, and I was able to take a shot. Man, that dude was tough to play against. He's big time. And I told him straight to his face after the series. I mean, he made me work, so I got a lot of respect for him.
So we see Brunson's beanie with the logo on the beanie. We see his celebration. A lot of New Yorkers doing that celebration had to be reminded that if you do that in LA in certain neighborhoods, it might be a problem for you.
The three? Oh,
Neighborhood?
that's neighborhood.
No,
Neighborhood.
Three, but that's the three.
so you can do that in New York.
That's a great. That's
you
a
ain't
great
getting out. We all right.
beanie after what you just did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody in New York doing the celebration now, posting videos, walking around. I see Stephon Marbury showing love to it.
You're right.
Keep that in New York, please.
Y'all all right, man. You ain't
Oh
getting
yeah,
out.
they could do it now. Everybody in jail.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Everybody got a Rico now.
They got Ricos.
But let's talk about the Knicks' Mighty Mouse. Brunson had 30 or more points in 5 of the 6 games in the series and was the first player to start a postseason with 4 straight games with 30-plus points, 7-plus assists. Has Brunson been the best guard in the league this postseason?
This postseason?
Nah, Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
As a point, you saying point guard?
As a guard, because you got
As a guard. No, he said as a guard.
Joker averaging
Oh.
a triple-double, Tatum
as a
doing what he's
guard.
doing with the
As a
janky
guard.
wrist.
As a guard.
Brunson doing what I had to.
If we're talking guard,
You got Ant. You got
Tyrese Haliburton.
Tyrese Haliburton balling. I can't lie.
But either
Without
way,
his daddy been in the stands too.
And because he was like the overrated, like number 1 overrated.
But I don't know. You can't.
Brunson
take that
carrying
away
this
from
Knicks
Brunson.
squad,
What
yeah.
Brunson did for that game winner was crazy.
That's cool. I mean,
That's a legendary moment.
but you struggling with a first year team in the playoffs.
This is very
Like it come down to that.
But Brunson had the ankle injury, missed a bulk of games from March to April.
I'm just saying.
Tweaked it throughout this series, averaging 32 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds in the 6 games against the Pistons.
It's not even close.
Yeah, I'm about to say Brunson.
Yeah,
They struggle with Detroit, dog.
Hallie was cool. I mean, Detroit was a grimy basketball team, right? We already knew that. But you're talking about as a guard who dominated, and he's a small guard.
Yeah.
And he dominated every game. Right? He showed up
30
every
plus.
game.
30 plus every game.
30 plus, 5 out of the 6. One is a 40. I mean, what did he have? 20 what in that?
No,
It's
that game-
16 in game 5, 16 and 7.
I mean,
Off shooting night, he was 4 for 16 in
I
the field in that
personally
game.
don't even have to go to the stats. I mean, I'm thinking about Shea. I'm thinking, yes, he so far.
34 game 1, 37 game 2, 30 game 3, 32 game 4. He had 16 game 5,
game-
and 40 piece
Yes,
game 6 to clinch.
As a guard, yes.
I mean,
In Detroit.
far as scoring, but far as a guard that's running his team and getting his team involved.
31.5 and 8.
I mean, they just winning. I mean, shit. Hallie 22 and 13 the other day in
12.
Cleveland.
Yeah. How,
for the series.
What?
Let me pull up his numbers versus the Bucks.
I'm talking about for the series. I mean, in
That's yeah.
So versus the Bucks, he averaged 18 and 12, 6 rebounds.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
they getting it done.
in 5, and then you go into Cleveland first game, 22-13.
and he had the game
one-
winner too on Giannis when his daddy's pop.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's a cool one, but it's not like you.
game.
What you mean is, I mean, no, but the game ain't all about scoring.
Who would you play
26
against?
and 9.
Giannis.
Who would you play against?
I played against Giannis. I played against one of the
I
best
don't play
players in the
against
league.
Giannis. I don't play against Giannis.
I mean, you played against.
I'm on the same court as Giannis.
Giannis was guarding him.
I play on the same court as Giannis.
Giannis was guarding him,
but I'm
right?
not playing against Giannis.
He's
Who
not
is my
playing-
matchup?
He's not guarding Cade. He's not guarding Cade.
But who's guarding him?
Azor Thompson.
So the best defensive player on the floor has to guard me, and I averaged 32 a game.
No, for sure. Scoring, yeah, I'll give you the scoring.
And I averaged 8 assists, and my team won.
Right.
But there was my competition wasn't gone. Hallie's competition wasn't there. He was hurt. He got injured.
Holly
So he played against.
Holly Competition was out there though. He played though, right?
Who?
He played. Dame played though, right?
No, it wasn't Dame.
Dame played. He got out there. He played though,
He
right?
didn't play the first 2 games. Like, he wasn't hurt. He wasn't there.
But listen, at the end of the day, I'm
like,
the
he
most,
did what he did, but I can't give him the king of the playoffs right now. As guards, can't give him king of the playoffs.
I'm the most overrated.
No, I'm talking about guard.
I would go Ant-Man then.
No, not even that, because Ant-Man last game wasn't.
Dame basically played 2+ games. Obviously, suffered that
Put the
Achilles
Lakers
injury.
out.
But we're not talking about the late. We're talking about your performance.
Yeah.
You.
Yes,
your
he had a
performance.
40 ball too.
140. We're talking about a guy who damn near averaged 40.
Right. No. I mean, listen. No. I'm rolling with the points. I just like
team
how
who you playing against does matter.
I just like Hallie overall game though. I just like even like I mean what tonight
Hallie didn't have a 40 ball,
right?
but
No, of course not. But he's a
very solid assist.
he's a very
game,
solid, like he's a very solid player. Like I'm going to give it to Brunson as
22 and
he's a top
13
dog.
in the
Did he-
closeout
did-
game.
I mean, first round, did he average the most?
Who?
Brunson with 32 a game.
I think it was close. Him and Tatum, but just in guards, I believe he led the guards in
We
scoring.
forgot about, but they would. See, it's hard to do that because the other guards is whooping teams' ass.
Well, actually, yeah,
From SGA to Tatum to Ant-Man to
Tyrese.
I mean,
they all
they
whooping
got
other teams.
Tatum's as a small forward.
Yeah.
But it don't matter. They all whooping
We're
everybody
talking about
ass.
guards.
This guy has.
We're talking about guards, so Tatum is not even in this conversation.
He will be a guard.
But he's not a guard.
Well,
he is
he's
a
a
power
guard.
forward in his system.
Yeah.
We're talking about guards. That means 1s and 2s.
But he's a guard. They just keep it.
Ones
He's
and
a
twos.
guard.
No.
He's a guard.
So that means Luka's in this and all that. So
Yeah,
I
but
will
Luka
say,
can't be in it. He's not in it.
but I would say performing as an individual and your team won, I would say Brunson's number 1.
Anthony Edwards averaged 27, 8, 6 assists. Can't include Luka in this discussion.
You could.
I would go Ant-Man.
They did not win, Gil.
I would go Ant-Man.
But it doesn't
I'm
matter.
gonna go Tyrese just off the last game from yesterday. That's
go
it. I'm just saying. I just saw his game 1 against Cleveland. 22-13, one turnover.
I'm going
Five guys in double figures in scoring. Shit, hey,
I'm going
just
Ant-Man.
it's an old school point guard.
The
But
other person on the other side is Luka. That I defeated. So I'm going Ant-Man.
okay, I mean,
Okay. Luka.
no, but
you also said Luka
I get
Portly
Brunson.
I'm sorry. I don't want to say it. This shit hurts.
was a cone defensively. So Brunson's second highest point per game over all players in the playoffs behind Giannis, who averaged 33 points per game. Jalen Brunson, 31.5. Tatum, third, 31.3 points per game with the janky wrist in his shooting hand. But we asked the chat.
That motherfucker's good. I'm just going to just Brunson.
We asked the chat, has Brunson been the best guard in the league this postseason? 58% of the chat says no, he has not.
See,
42% says yes. But let's look ahead. So now the Knicks face their toughest test of the season and trying to dethrone the defending champions. Celtics swept the regular season series, winning by an average margin of more than 16 points per game.
Here comes Tatum.
The Celtics averaging 21 threes per game. Tatum in those 4 games, 34 points per game, 54% from the field. Knicks did play their best game against the Celtics in their final regular season meeting on April 8th, losing that game in overtime by just 2 points. Tatum hit the big 3 to send it to OT. Porzingis hit a big 3 in OT to help seal the win. Celtics are battling injuries, though. Drew Holiday missing the last 3 games of the first round with hamstring injury. Jalen Brown still dealing with the lingering knee issue.
Not tonight. Everybody healthy.
Okay. And Tatum playing through a bone bruise in his shooting hand.
look at you.
I know that. I'm looking at my Celtics shit.
So how should the Knicks approach trying to dethrone the defending champion Celtics? Well, we know you're a Jason Tatum guy, got the shoes, refused to wear them on regular, traditional concrete.
You feel me?
Respect it.
It's bad luck, you know. But we've seen it all season, you know. One game, Jason Tatum came out, dunked the ball first play, and that took over the whole game. You know, we've seen them get blue. We've seen them blow out the Knicks and let them come back. You know, I just think they're a tough team to beat. In general, it's going to be hard for anybody to beat the Celtics when they playing the way they playing right now. And I feel like Tatum's on a mission to prove people on his couch wrong, people just in general in life wrong, you know. And he's been showing it, you know. And it's been quiet. People ain't been talking about them 35s, 40s. You know, they'll talk after this series, though.
No, Tatum been, I think, 3 straight games over 35 plus points. Doing his thing. Mr. B, when you look on this side of the couch, obviously Celtics, defending champion. Very good in their first round series.
Yeah.
Playoff series win over the Magic.
Yeah, the Knicks don't have no chance. I just
Don't
think
face sleep.
No. I just think with when Boston is healthy, I mean, you can throw 3 different guys at Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
You can throw Drew Holiday, Jalen Brown, Tatum at times, Derek White at times. There's so many different players that you can throw at him to slow him down and stop him. And I don't know if the Knicks have enough offense to be able to keep up with the Boston 3-point shots.
So good, we're talking about just looking ahead.
Man, where the senoritas at, man?
Senorita?
Where's the senorita? Did y'all not know it was Cinco de Mayo?
I didn't.
Yeah, we were aware of Cinco de Mayo.
I didn't know until like.
But we have a job to do here. Gil's Arena presented by Underdog.
Cinco de Mayo, man. Arriba.
I swear I thought kids was out of school on this day.
No,
That's
man.
crazy.
No, bro.
Cinco de Mayo, an American
Why do
holiday.
people celebrate it so much then?
Cinco
Because
de
they
Mayo
want an
is
excuse to get drunk.
holiday.
Like, this is the day Floyd's supposed to fight? It's the
Yeah,
Floyd
that's
fight?
what
I
I'm
mean, what
saying.
the fuck is going on?
Barbecue.
Cinco de
barbecue
Mayo is
shit.
holiday.
Yeah, it's supposed to be they're supposed to be on the side of the
Music
freeway with the
supposed to be
oranges
all
and the
night.
wedding dress, selling oranges and apples.
Wedding
and shit.
dress. Wait,
Wedding
wedding
dress.
dress.
Gil, you can make that comment.
Wait, hold on, what the-
Oh, that was
Latino.
on the night. That was on
You
the
are
night.
Latino.
They
That
dressed
was
up.
90s.
That was 90s.
I ain't
right?
seen nobody sell oranges.
Right.
A piñata though. Piñata for sure.
Cinco de Mayo, American holiday.
Man, we should have a piñata right here.
Yeah, for sure.
Hit that mother.
Y'all didn't have a Gil's Arena one. Look at y'all slacking.
Y'all slacking.
Somebody get.
Gilberto's Arena, we should have had the decorations going.
I mean, a lot of shit happened.
Up in the back.
Ponchos.
Man, look,
Ponchos.
They just
You
forgot.
You got
man.
Scott Foster
Great.
just looking over us.
Right?
I'm going to Casablanca. Oh.
But we're just talking about,
I had
you
a
know,
drink.
Can y'all make a margarita?
Ooh.
Yeah, make a margarita.
Yeah.
Come on, 3 margaritas.
Hey, they fucking up in the back.
Damn.
Celtics.
It's like I'm the only one that knew.
Shout out
You got
for-
green shoes on.
But shout out Fernando Valenzuela. So I'll take a moment.
That nigga looked at my knees first.
He did.
The legend Fernando Valenzuela.
That color.
Yeah, I got Pistons.
Appreciating the jersey, Gil.
I mean, I got Boston in 6.
That's a good number. That's a good number. The league ain't gonna let them get swept.
Boston healthy too?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Everybody playing today.
Yeah.
It'd be a good. I mean, it'd be a good series. It'd be a good series. It'd be a good series.
Shout out El Toro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they healthy, dog. You know how many people we throwing at Brunson?
Man.
Yeah, but Drew Holiday with the hamstring situation, obviously he would be the primary defender on
Listen,
Brunson.
Drew, listen, give me a good 12, 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, Brunson gonna have a
94
field day.
94 feet. That's
Brunson gonna have a field day. Mm-hmm. Drew, yeah, Brunson gonna have a field day.
and then
He ain't had one
Jalen
yet.
Brown coming.
He ain't had one yet.
Yeah.
Jalen, what?
Brunson.
Yeah.
He averaged 32 a game.
On the Lakers. I mean, on the Warriors. On the Boston
Who is
Celtics.
a better defender than eight
On the
man?
Boston Celtics.
Who's a better defender?
All them points didn't count when you up 30.
Who is a better
First time they played, he had 30. They lost by 30. That shit don't
So in the
matter.
4 games this season against the Celtics, Jalen Brunson averaged 27 points, 5 assists.
And then there's no Drew Holiday.
Low.
Drew Holiday
So he's-
coming back from a hamstring injury, missed the last 3
So
games.
he's
in the
about to
first
average
round.
30 easy.
Okay. How much you gonna put on this?
That he's gonna average 30. I'm not talking about the win.
I believe he averaged
win.
30.
I'm just saying,
Huh?
yeah.
I believe he'll average 30.
I don't know. I don't think.
Motherfucker.
But
Good,
that boy Tyrese Haliburton,
I was
if
thinking-
Derek Garland don't come back, the Cavs are cooked.
What happened?
We're talking about Indiana. We're talking about the New York, right?
We are talking about the.
I know, I'm just saying.
What happened to that?
But I appreciate your
The
love
best
for
guard,
Tyrese
though.
Haliburton. Shout out John Haliburton as well, watching
What he did to the
outside the
Cavs
arena.
crazy.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
What?
Yeah, I forgot you ain't been around a lot yet.
They suspended him. That's some bullshit.
Oh, the dad? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I said that.
Yeah.
like I seen people talking about like my thing is this on that. What happened for you to suspend him? Nothing. Nothing actually happened. Fuck your thoughts. Fuck your opinion. You're penalizing him for the idea of what could have happened.
Yeah.
Nothing actually happened. Him and Giannis face to face talking shit. Giannis said, "I love you," and moved on. Nothing happened. So you can't penalize him for the ideas of, oh my God, this could have won, they could have gotten the brawl, and that didn't happen. So fuck what you're talking about. So you're suspending him on your insecurity of what could have possibly happened. Nothing happened. Luckily, it was Giannis. Giannis is a fucking good human being.
Man.
Giannis can sit there, we're gonna talk shit, and then from there I hit you with I love you and then move on. There's some guys like this, it ain't Draymond Green.
All right.
Draymond Green would have probably did some bullshit. You know what I mean? Hit him with the fake chokehold drop. Yeah. Then we could have talked about what should have happened to, his father. But he got overexcited. He ran up on Giannis.
Yeah, man.
They talked their shit. Giannis hit him with this.
But he hallie-talled him from a very safe distance.
But
what I'm saying
old
is,
nigga that like to talk.
when we break it all down, what happened? What was the result? Nothing happened.
No, it was disrespectful, but
Yeah, it was disrespectful.
But I hear what you're saying.
But suspend him one game. Suspend him one game or something. Cool.
Just move him to the suite.
Move him upstairs. Ban him from jumping on the court. But saying you can't come in an arena, nothing happened.
Home and away.
That's dumb.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
That's why I say
we wasn't rolling.
like media, you know what I mean? Like y'all go too overboard on the idea versus what really happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Like me, I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna go off of Giannis. What does Giannis think? Right? Because it was Giannis who was involved. Now, Giannis, do you think he should be suspended for the series? Do you think he should be banned? Whatever he says, because he was the one in that environment.
Well,
if he says it was no big deal, we just talked it, he was too excited. I felt that it was the wrong time. He should celebrate like a winner. That's Giannis' stance. So I'm gonna go how Giannis feel in Giannis' mood.
Well, where Giannis comes from, snitches get stitches, as he said after the game.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go off of my idea of what I think should happen. So
it was out. Giannis' emotion and his feelings got into a bunch of different situations.
Oh yeah, he was grabbing a bunch of people.
If you got to see Haliburton on the towel, I'm sure it's gonna make you feel.
But that's what I'm saying. So it could have went worse, but I'm not gonna penalize him for what I think could have happened.
All right. Well, we're gonna talk Pacers.
Walking up like this.
We're gonna talk Pacers in a second. But good, do you think the Knicks have a chance in this series against the Celtics?
I don't like this. Say they do. Just say they do.
No.
I don't like
keep it
all
real.
y'all bringing this energy.
We just looking at it.
I like that they do have a chance.
Yes.
Because they know their roles. There's no miscommunication on what this group is doing, right? From there it's just hitting shots. If it's not like Boston just, it's not like they have some Shaquille O'Neal and goddamn Kobe Bryant sitting back there where it's damn near guaranteed 30 and 20. Jason Tatum, they still got to hit shots. And in Orlando, they didn't have. It's not like they shot lights fucking out. In the series where they still got to come and play, just like any goddamn any team, right? Hey, listen, I had my team in 5.
You did.
Winning in 5. Obviously, we lost in 5, so obviously I was motherfucking wrong, right?
You did wear a clown suit to pay your debt back.
You hit me in my head too. I owe you.
We was clowns.
No, just inaccurate.
No, yeah, I ripped your head because you said in 6. Bitch, we didn't get the 6.
I said 7, motherfucker.
We didn't get the 7 either, motherfucker, so you was wrong too. Shut
I
up.
said I was nervous, though. I did. I said
You was
I don't
nervous?
Like this.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
like it.
So-
you was so confident. That's why I don't want you to go. No, you was confident. I don't want you to be that confident with the Knicks and Boston.
That's not my team, so I don't give a fuck about, And that was just regular basketball talk.
No.
Right?
So we're just doing the show now because we have.
Now we just got to the show. Like if it was, so with Knicks is,
Thrill is gone.
with Knicks is they're the underdogs, and they're gonna go out there try to, win this series. So I'm not gonna put it past, what Brunson. And I really believe in Brunson and Hart.
So
I say Mikal is third that I can,
Why is Cat
rely
so low?
on. Cat, I'm not sold on him for 7 games.
You gotta. He
You know what I mean?
Up and down guys
like
right
Brunson,
now.
7 games sold. Hart, whatever you do, nigga, I'm sold on it.
Okay.
Mikal, sold on it. I'm sold on you 3 for sure. Cat, 3.5 games.
Damn.
I know you're gonna come out and perform. You might have a bad game, one of those games, but then there's gonna be 2 games where you be like, yo, what the fuck is going on? What are you doing?
Okay.
Why are you not shooting? What's happening? And I think that's the only thing with Cat. Like Cat, I'd rather you go 5 for 20 and say you just didn't show up, but you going 5 for 7 and then don't shoot the rest of it. I don't like that idea.
So we asked the chat who wins this series. 77% Percent in the chat says the Celtics.
Oh, so they do have a chance.
Yeah.
They have
Let's-
33. You should have asked that.
What?
Do they have a chance? You put where they win the series.
I
That's
didn't put
a very
anything,
different
Gil.
question. You should ask
I'm
me
a
that.
conduit for our poll maker.
Why you didn't ask me that?
Everybody got a chance.
I know, but that's he asked, do we have a chance? He didn't ask, do you think they're going to win?
So 23% think the Knicks can win the series. They think the Knicks have a chance.
Those are all Knicks fans, though.
Let's go back to the West. Clippers kept their season alive after back-to-back losses in Game 4 and 5 with a big win in Game.
But I do have Cat fucking up KCP, though. I mean, KP.
Kristaps Porzingis. All right. Well, we will.
I think he going to fuck him up.
We will see what happens. Game 1 this evening. But let's go back to the West. Clippers kept their season alive after back-to-back losses, Game 4 and Game 5, with a big win in Game 6 at their crib. So the loss dropped the Nuggets to 1-4 in their last 5 potential series, clinching playoff games over the past
Motherfucker,
season.
you lied. You're a liar.
What'd I lie about?
You're a liar.
What'd I lie about?
I'm looking at it. It says, do the Knicks have a chance to win? Nope. They got a 52% chance.
That's a new poll that was just posted.
Gang cap.
That was a new poll.
Him up. Dude, look at that.
Look, if you look when the poll was posted, sir, it says just now on it.
Do the Knicks have a chance against it? 52%.
We just put that poll up. That was not the poll that was previously discussed, sir.
People live in the moment.
Cemetery Larry gonna be mad at you
No,
because that's his
y'all
team.
living in the moment. Just because Brunson made a game winner, don't give them a chance.
No, the Brunson win the game winner. Brunson averaged 32.
Nigga, they went to 6, almost 7 with Detroit.
32.
With Detroit.
32.
Detroit.
I'm the smallest nigga on the court and I averaged 32.
On Detroit.
I don't know who it is. 32.
Let's get back to Clippers Nuggets.
Detroit don't play hard defense. Like, Detroit is known for backyard basketball. They're the roughest and toughest of the toughest of roughest and averaged 32.
Went to Game 7.
Like, now I'm playing against Boston Celtics. They nice.
What was that? That was Game 7.
I might fucking around, if I'm Brunson, I'm fucking around my average 40 against fucking Derek White. Derek White is so classy. He's so nice.
He's an Olympian.
He's mixed. He's a mixed breed.
That's
I was
crazy.
playing
That's
against
crazy.
And I took your spot for the Olympics.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Took that. That's
mixed
me.
breed.
Then they called Brunson up. They called White.
You didn't take my spot. You took your teammate's
No,
spot.
no,
Y'all
no.
should be thinking
Brunson
about
also
that.
likes
You took your teammate's spot. You took Jalen
No.
Brown's spot.
No,
You didn't take mine.
Brunson.
You didn't take my spot. You
It was
took Brown.
You know what? We won't
Brunson had the janky hand too, which
No, don't
limited
give
his
no
ability.
excuse for him.
He had a janky
I
hand.
just averaged 30 against Saginaw and Flint, Michigan water.
So let's shift over Clippers Nuggets. So like I said, Clippers.
You light skinned. You got no chance.
Clippers got the win.
You damn near white.
Clippers got the win in Game 6 at the crib.
You know what I'm about to do to you, boy? You Pritchard, you know what I'm about to do to y'all? Woo!
He about to be like White in a minute. He's going to have to go bald head. That lineup getting further and further back too. Shit. They're going to be brothers out there. Brunson and White. Just
Brunson and White.
bald head motherfucker.
So let's talk Clippers Nuggets.
Cheers.
Clippers Nuggets. Cheers. Shout out to everybody celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Drinko, as we know here in the arena.
Nobody back there taking shots. It's crazy.
We are working, Gil. We have a duty to perform for our fans in the chat.
Pretty good.
That's kind of good. Damn.
Good job.
Oh, this you?
Shout out, Eddie.
A whole Negro made it. Boy, let me get it. You got Spanish in your blood?
El Negro.
He from Milwaukee.
He from here.
You from Milwaukey?
Yep, he know your cousin.
Oh, yeah. You ain't got no Spanish in you, bro.
Swag.
Sir? You, huh? I used to bartend. For real? Yeah. Oh, shit.
So Swaggy, your cousins Milwaukee still have not seen you.
Still ain't going to see me.
They will not see you in a while. But let's talk Clippers Nuggets Game 7. So series shifted back to Denver for Game 7. Clippers owner Steve Ballmer tried to neutralize the Nuggets' home court advantage by flying out nearly 150 fans, giving them tickets to the game as they attempted to walk into Nuggets' trap and take over their trap.
I like him.
That's hard.
Where are we going?
Go, Clips, go! Go, Clips, go!
Who out there to lose by 50? That's crazy.
LAC! Bring it, Jennings!
You can't tell me those aren't paid actors.
Let's go!
So unfortunately, all those fans made the trip just to find out the Clips gonna clip. Let's take a look at the highlight. The Clippers came out solid, taking a 5-point lead after the first quarter. Jokic 0 for 5 to start the game, but he finished with 16 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists in 33 minutes of action. But the rest of the Nuggets held him down, including former Clipper Russell Westbrook, who had 10 points in the first half, finished with 16, 5 boards, 5 dimes, and 5 steals. So game was close until the Nuggets went on a 12-4 run to end the second quarter, outscoring the Clippers 37-21 in the period with plays like this.
Switch.
Yep, and they let Russ do his thing.
Russ got their ass back.
Allowed him to get to cooking. You see why Joker wanted Russ on this Nugget squad.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we see what's going down. So Nuggets picked up right where they left off in the third quarter, going on a 15-3 run to take a 23-point lead. Denver led by as much as 35 points in the second half, completely taking away the Clippers' will to compete. Aaron Gordon led the team in scoring with 22 points on 9 of 16 shooting, while Christian Brown had a playoff career-high 21 points on 8 of 15 shooting. Jamal Murray had 16 and 5 boards, and Michael Porter Jr. added 15 and 6 boards. So Kawhi Leonard led the Clips with 22 points and 5 rebounds. He was 6 of 13 from the field. No other Clippers starter scored more than 12 points in the game. Harden struggled in this one, finishing with 7 points on 2 of 8 shooting, including 1 of 4 from deep. He did have 13 assists and 5 rebounds, 10 of those dimes coming in the first half. Zubac had 10 and 14, Norm Powell 9 points. So Westbrook put an emphatic exclamation point on the series, getting the steal and the dunk, hanging on the rim to intentionally get a tech before pumping up the Nuggets crowd, telling his former team to take their asses home. Shout out, Russ.
Give that nigga some smoke, man.
Give Russell Westbrook some smoke. So Nuggets advance to the second round.
That's hard.
I'm giving Bomber some smoke for
No.
pulling that.
No.
That wasn't even real close.
Hey, man, won't y'all shut the fuck up and stop hating? I know we don't like the Clippers, but the white man took 100, how many?
Nearly 150.
150 people for a road game. Who's ever done that?
I didn't see one brother.
Who? I don't give a fuck about no brother. Who's done that? Think about you being a road team in the atmosphere, and you got at least 150 of your own fans.
I bet you they all did.
Bomber, as a player, I appreciate the gesture, my guy.
That was his family.
That was amazing. I might fuck around and get a Clipper jersey.
They all had to get back on Southwest.
I don't give a fuck where they got on at.
That's his family.
The fact that he did it, if he did it though.
His family.
When you're talking about the road, you know that road is brutal than a motherfucker.
He flew out his family.
Cool. The fact that the white man got 150 people, that's crazy.
Man, he rich as
cool, and he's using his money.
I mean, no,
he's using his money.
I hear
Don't playing.
Good shit. Good shit. I might fuck around, switch shit to Clippers, because I know the Lakers, we didn't do none of that shit.
Did not.
We didn't do a motherfucking thing. We didn't have 150 people in
just
fucking
got the white
Wolves.
Harden on our team.
We didn't have Wolves. We didn't have 150 people. That we had 7.
We just got the white Harden on our team. It's the same team, basically.
Who?
You got James Harden and White
But did we have 150
people?
We didn't have 150
Luka Harden.
Where was the Laker playing? Where Josiah? Did you get on the plane?
I did not get it.
They had a chance.
We didn't get
That's
an
why.
invite to shit.
They had a chance. That's why. They weren't.
Like a fucking, you know what I mean? I'm thinking about being Clippers.
Game 7 was
It's
here.
Game 7.
I'm talking about Game 6.
We could have went to Game 5, Gil. We decided not to attend, knew it was coming.
So I appreciate them. Now let's go to the Denver.
So Nuggets advanced to the second round for the 6th time
Red,
in
white,
the last
blue look
7
good.
seasons. Clippers suffered their 3rd straight first-round exit. So what were your biggest takeaways from the Clippers, Nuggets, Game 7, other than the Clippers getting their asses whooped?
James Harden.
Denver clicking at the right time.
Facts.
Denver
That
clicking.
ain't Denver clicking.
I still think that Aaron Gordon dunk for game changed the whole series
Game
around
4.
for them. I think it gave him a lot of confidence because then Jamal Murray, he came and had that 40-point game. And then, I mean, the Clippers just clipped. Like, you know.
They lost 2 after that, though.
Very smoky in the arena.
Yeah, they lost, but I'm saying I just think the series has changed, though, for them all.
Clippers lost Game 4 and Game 5, bounce back.
For me, I want to ask the question.
Okay.
How do you put James in the top 5 shooting guards?
Whoa, what is it got to do with Jim? We talking about Denver Nuggets.
No, he's asking the question.
We're talking about Denver Nuggets. When we talk about the Clippers,
We will talk about the Clippers shortly.
We're talking about the Denver Nuggets.
But biggest takeaways, let's keep it pro-Nuggets.
I already see the disrespect coming.
It ain't no disrespect coming.
Disrespect coming.
It's just a question.
The Denver Nuggets. Say it again.
Shout out to Russ, bro. Like, that's how you're supposed to play, bro.
So let's talk about Russell Westbrook. Instrumental in this Nuggets series win over his former team. Westbrook averaged 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists in the 6 games.
Great corner.
In the series, they're making big plays on both sides of the ball. Shot 42% from 3 in the series. Highest 3-point percentage in a playoff series in his career. So after the game, Russ had this to say about how the Clippers guarded him in the series and what he brings to this Nuggets squad.
Like I said after game 1, if they continue doing that, I'm going to make them pay. And I don't know what I shot for the series, but somebody has told me. How much? Damn, that's solid. I guess, it didn't work out so well for them. My ability to be able to be a force of nature on the floor is what I pride myself on. So whatever that looks like, it may be a turnover, it may be a missed shot, but it may be a steal, maybe a dunk, maybe a missed 3, maybe a made 3. It's gonna be all of that. It's gonna be everything. So you just take it for how it comes, and whatever happens, you go with it. And I've always been like that. As long as I leave it on the floor, and God willing, to be able to go out and continue to compete, I'm grateful for it.
So we talk a lot about Westbrook. Kind of had an unceremonious exit from the Clippers. They traded him to the Jazz for Chris Dunn. Ended up with the Nuggets Joker, specifically asking the team to bring him in, what he brought to the table. We heard the Bones Highland story about when Westbrook was with the Clippers getting disrespected, said he needed to walk in with his 75th anniversary jacket to remind them who he is. But good to see Westbrook get revenge on the Clippers in this series.
For sure.
And no.
Not just the Clippers, just everybody.
No,
everybody.
What does the Clippers got to do with him?
A lot.
Nah.
No,
everybody.
we was there when Ty Lue said we finally got a leader.
We were, and then we were there when the Clippers
they could
relegated him to the bench.
Yeah,
he was making like $2 or $3 million.
No, he put himself to the bench.
The fact you got to bring that top 75 jacket.
That's for them young niggas.
No, that's for everybody. Like, man, you treating a nigga like shit. I understand as players get older, they move into different situations on the court and on the team, but you still gotta respect who he is, the vet, Hall of Famer, superstar. You don't discredit his game because the media don't like him. I think coming to the Clippers, people already judge who he's gonna be on the team, what he's gonna do. If you turn the ball over, it's the end of the world for us. But, you gotta let him play out. He gotta turn into
Made the trade for James Harden. Obviously, Westbrook role diminished.
He faked Josh Hart.
I think that,
Did you just call Westbrook fake Josh Hart?
No, I said, no, he's their Josh Hart.
I think Westbrook got such a bad stigma because I don't think media understood what a player who plays hard looks like. Right? They basically told the world that what Westbrook does is stat chasing versus a motherfucker whose engine is just better than everyone else's, right? There's not one person, a human being, if you put Russell Westbrook at your job, he will outwork you. His engine is different. His thought process is different. His work ethic is different. There's just some guys who engines are just running higher than everyone else. If you put him in fucking track, he will outwork you. You put him at the office, who's gonna email the most? He's gonna outwork you because his engine, his brain is moving faster than everyone else's. And they use it as he's padding his stats. When you take Russell Westbrook, okay, we get the missed layups because the motherfucker's just moving faster than he's supposed to, right? But if you look at the game, he's gonna do things just naturally that's gonna take over without knowing it. The 2 steals where he's running through the play where a normal person wouldn't even try it. They wouldn't even go for that steal, right? They're gonna get a rebound. They're gonna take a charge. They're gonna get an offensive rebound. They're gonna do things that he misses free throw, get his offensive rebound, put it in, right? There's just things that he brings to the game that you do not calculate, right? So when you take his bads and his goods are gonna always outweigh the bads. Like, even if you say, I wouldn't take him as a starting guard, but I don't wanna play against that, ever.
Well, now you have that coming off the bench. He has started at times this season for the Nuggets as well. But the energy brings both sides of the ball good. You mentioned big steals, big moments. Like Russ even said, made shots, missed shots, Made threes, missed threes. Going to be some bad plays, more good plays, but he's going to bring an intensity and a drive.
He brings an intensity that you don't know how to. Like, you remember the old Blowout law? You remember it was a Blowout law. Toronto had, what's his name? Junkyard Dog.
Junkyard Dog.
You remember Junkyard Dog? Like those engine type of players who
my
just
nigga
play
Russ.
hard.
A Junkyard Dog.
No, and I'm just saying the engine of them. That
No,
junkyard, you know what I mean?
it is.
But
He's a
that
real-
can
he's a
pass
good
and like,
liquor
I mean, so it's.
That's the definition of a liquor store.
If they win a championship, it's going to be because of some of the things he does inside of a series.
True liquor store.
Shout out to Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Gotten a lot of slander in recent years.
Like, I even seen him, I don't know what game it was, but he missed a layup. I was like, ooh, shoot, they about to kill you for this one.
Yeah.
The nigga just moved too fast.
Like, they be ready to kill him, bro. Like,
We've seen situations
they mad
this year.
He getting on teams, it feel like.
He had a couple of bad games, got into it with some Nuggets fans. Obviously, when he was with the Lakers, they were calling him Westbrick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that.
Too, calling him out his name.
put it like this. If he was playing against the Lakers, I'm cheering for the Lakers, but I'm also cheering for him to do good.
But were you cheering for him in this series?
Yeah, I'm a Westbrook fan.
Okay, so.
I think the Lakers was like his last straw.
Yeah, like, I think the Lakers, we fucked him
He
up.
fucked him up.
Yeah, we fucked him up.
Especially
We
that
fucked his
media
image up.
being in LA.
When he was in Washington, triple-double magnet. Then he came here and all that went out the window. We started fucking with him.
Seemed like the scapegoat for a lot of stuff going on with the team struggles.
And he was the only one that actually
But most
showed
available
up.
player played the most games.
Yeah, we fucked this. We fucked this legacy up.
But let's talk a little more Nuggets. So Nikola Jokic averaged triple-double in the series, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, had 3 triple-doubles.
Damn, he did?
7 games, 24, 12, and 10. But only had 13 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists in Game 5, and 16, 10, and 8 in Game 7. But Nuggets won both of those games by an average margin of 17.5 points. So how much confidence should the Nuggets have knowing they can win big games without Jokic dominating?
I mean, he's still dominant.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be like the 30 but the triple-double and the
Haliburton.
things that he does, those hockey passes and everything that we probably don't see, is definitely different. So, I mean,
that's when they hitting shots. When he not scoring, they hitting shots.
Yeah, that's what needed a team to step up. They did step up in this game. A lot of guys play at a very high level in front of the home crowd. Tough for the Clippers as well to go make that trip back to Denver. Denver having not only home court advantage, but altitude difference, all those things going on. They're used comfortable playing in those situations.
I mean, they played against a team that's been there before, have done it, and it's their advantage.
They all vets on that court right
Yes.
now. So you can't do that.
Well, there's vets and then there's winners,
That's what I'm saying.
right? So when you're talking about just knowing how to win, there's more knowing how to win on the Denver side than it was the Clipper side.
Most of their core from their championship run.
If
I don't know what you're talking about.
you can't put them, you can't
top
make
five.
We can't put Clippers top 5. No, it's Clippers. Clippers is Clippers. But
you said
I might be
You said
a
four winners over there.
fan moving forward if Bomber's doing the shit he's doing.
But you said
It ain't
I
gonna
like
win.
him as an
It ain't
owner.
gonna work.
it's more.
I like him as
over
an owner.
there.
You gotta change that name.
Ballmer, richest owner in the league. I believe more bread than all the other owners combined or somewhere
sure.
close in that neighborhood.
Microsoft.
For real?
Flew the
I
whole
just
crew
like
up.
that man.
Yeah, Microsoft.
Gave them good seats.
all
Whole
good
plane,
seats
and he
behind
was
that.
was he on the plane with him?
Don't
It don't matter. It don't matter. He
No,
shouldn't
no.
have been on the plane with him.
Ballmer not flying with common folk.
Now all
he
they
might have
need,
been.
listen, all they need now is Clipper Darryl back, and then I think they're complete.
Oh, here we go.
Whatever lawsuit Clipper Darryl got going on,
Yeah,
give the man his money.
Here we go.
Give him his
real.
money so he can go back to being a real Clipper fan.
was
That's
his money
all
right
they
there.
need.
That whole plane ride was his money.
Nah, he need his money for getting. Nah, go ahead, finish.
Man, they didn't fly them back private. Southwest, man, we lost.
They made him walk back.
Man, we lost, man.
It's all
Southwest.
good.
Niggas probably didn't even want to get on the plane. Like, man, fuck this plane.
So we gotta
Flew me all the way out here for this shit.
Shit, they got free drinks and shit. They in there chilling.
talk Clippers side. Obviously, very disappointing loss. Third straight first round exit. James Harden has reached the playoffs in every season of his career, but has now lost a Game 7 with 4 different teams. And in the past 5 years, Harden has struggled in Game 7. So Stat Mamba put up this stat. He's averaging 14 points, shooting 28% from the field, 17% from 3, playing nearly 42 minutes per game.
Sevens?
Shot below 30% from the field in each of these games. So
That's what I was about to say.
we got the good with the bad with Harden. Harden did have 28 and 8 and 47 minutes in Game 6 to help the Clippers even make it to Game 7. But after the Nuggets sent the Clippers to Cancun, Harden did not speak with the media after the game, marking the third straight time Harden didn't do a post-game interview after a Clippers loss. So obviously a lot of people are critical of James Harden's performance in this Game 7. How do Harden's recent Game 7 struggles impact his legacy?
I just want them to stop comparing him and Dwayne Wade together. That's it.
What I'm about to say.
I don't want that comparison no more.
You can't, though.
They're both great players, but I just don't want that comparison anymore. We got to stop that. That's all I got on that.
That's what I was about to ask. How do you keep putting him above D Wade and he haven't won in the biggest moments?
Where did that come from?
Who put him in front of D Wade?
No, put him top 3. All right.
No, D Wade is number 3.
No.
They got AI 4. They got AI 4. They got him 5.
I never seen AI in front of him.
Yeah, but it was something on Twitter where
There have been some discourse lately.
Yeah, right?
About people saying Harden should be above Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah. And how many shot attempts he got in Game 7? 8 or something like that?
8?
Yeah, 2 for 8.
I don't know. How did,
7.
like...
Yeah, 2 for 8, 1 for 4 from 3.
That's what I'm saying. 8
13
shots,
assists, though.
but still. I don't know. I don't know.
I think he's.
Like,
When I look at James Harden's Game 7 performances, I think it's more mental than it is reality.
that's what I was about to say. Do he get down fast?
No, I just think that once somebody pointed it out, I think he just mentally started thinking about it. Because what ends up happening in his Game 7s is he becomes a passer, not a scorer. I'm pretty sure if the Discord, who did this?
Stat Mamba.
Stat Mamba, I guarantee if you did his assists, I guarantee you his assist is
higher.
probably 11 to 12.
Yeah, somewhere in the 10 to 11 range.
Because he becomes a passer versus a scorer. And I think he probably goes into it like he misses first 2 shots, then he'll be like, all right, I'm just gonna be a passer. I'm not gonna go 5 for 20. I think he just overthinks his Game 7s.
Because he's trying to play to win.
And I think that's what
instead of understanding that I just got to still be James Harden, still be aggressive and shoot. Instead, I'm trying to make the right play.
Make the right play. I'm trying to, and I think
that's what I'm saying.
No, seriously, some people do.
No,
some
but
people are
when
like
you're down 10 or you see the momentum come, some got to say, now I'm about to go to work. My not go to work is I got to get this pass off. No, I'm James Harden. I get to shoot. I can shoot. I can score in all from 3 mid-range layup. I'm trying to get some.
But
I go right back. I'm trying to get a shot at cut this fucking Westbrook dunking and shit on the rim.
But it's not like he's going 7 for 25, 5 for 25, 8 for 25.
He won't. That's what
he's
I'm
not taking the shots. He's really literally going into I'm gonna be Jason Kidd in Game 7.
So would you be more satisfied if James went 8 for 25,
Yes.
7 for 20,
Yeah.
like
That's
with
what I'm
6
saying.
whatever?
Like if I'm
like
talking,
8, 10 for
if
35.
I'm the coach and I'm looking at this, and if I was Ty Lue and we're going to the Game 7 and I know the history of it, I'm gonna sit there and say, hey, listen, I need you to go for 40 today, bro. If we're gonna win this, we need you to go for 40. I don't need Jason Kidd. I don't need Harden this year. I need Houston Harden. I need you to take over. Fuck Kawhi Leonard. Fuck them. Just to put it in his brain that he needs to be offensively aggressive versus just going into the game and he's like, all right, I need to make sure Kawhi gets off. I don't need that. I don't need that one. Right. I need the Harden to go in, taking over. I need Brunson Harden.
But and at the same time,
because history has shown that he goes into the Game 7s as a passer, not a scorer.
And on the other note, it's hard to win a Game 7 with James. I feel like if you're getting easy buckets on him, you're giving the other guys confidence off of making easy backdoor layups and all these fast break dunks on this nigga. That could change the game too.
It could change the game.
That's what I'm saying. Don't let my first shot be an easy backdoor layup and I get confidence, feel like, oh yeah, I could do something without looking over my shoulders. You letting Brown go for 23, like, stuff like that shouldn't happen.
But if I'm defending James,
Like,
I'm mentally, if I know the history and I see him being docile, I'd relaxed. Like, cool.
yeah.
Like, cool. He ain't trying to
He
torture me
ain't
tonight.
trying to torture me.
And that's what when I've researched it, I'm just looking at and watching the game is like he becomes more of a point guard than who he's supposed to be, right? And it's just one of those things where if you're a coach or a teammate, you got to let them know, like, hey, we don't look for me today.
We need the 28 and 8.
I don't look for me today. No, we don't need no 28 and 8, motherfucker.
I hear you.
We need 40-0-0.
Yeah, I hear
Like,
you.
I need you to
but
be
if he just
ultra
don't have
selfish.
Yeah.
Can he just can't have it?
No, I want you to say,
Can that
nigga,
be
get
a
it off
thing?
the glass. Tell me that. Please tell me that.
Is the ball too heavy?
Can that
Does it
be
feel
just
like
a
a brick?
thing? I just don't like this situation. I don't
Yeah.
like all this pressure.
No.
I just can't take it.
Can
Can that be a thing? That could be a thing too. Like,
No, that is the thing. No, that is the thing. I think
That's
for
not
people.
a thing. Because when he was in Houston, that was
same thing.
No, he was game 7.
He did it
Goddamn it,
against
I'm
the
shaking 40
Spurs.
shot.
Get it as the Spurs.
Really?
They went 0 for 30 against us.
0 for 30.
I'm just saying.
They or he?
He was a part of it. Yeah.
No, I'm he. We're
I mean,
talking
they
about
went like
he.
1 for 50.
I'm not
for
talking about
27 from
that.
three and
I'm not
0
talking
for
about they.
27.
He. What did he do?
He shot some of them threes too. It could be a thing. It's okay.
No, I hear you
It's
on
okay
that.
to be the
Game
guy.
7 against y'all, he was 12 for 29. 29
Like I
shots.
said, it's okay.
29 shots. I want that James Harden.
Right.
That's the guy I want.
Right, 12 for 29?
Yes, I want that guy.
I like that.
It's okay to go 12 for 29,
Yes.
but you can't keep doing 12 for 29 every game.
I want 12 for 29.
One of those motherfuckers, you got to be 29, be 20-something for 29.
I want 12
I'm
for
just saying.
29. I
It's
don't
okay.
want 2 for 8.
It's okay.
No.
I don't
But he
want
might be
8.
right. No,
I
but he
don't
might
want
be
8
right.
shots.
Though. It might be.
I want
one of them
21
games,
shots.
But one of them games, you got to be on the right end of them 21 shots.
He's not
game
taking 20, and since he's left Houston, he hasn't even
Take-
taken those shots.
In the game 7.
He only been in how many game 7 since then?
Against Boston, so 1-8 last night. Then you got 11 right here, and then the year before that, Philly. He's only taken 9 shots. Like, that's not the guy. I need you to give me 29.
Yeah,
Be ultra aggressive. Give me a chance. Because if I know you don't take.
You're making excuses.
No, I'm saying if you take 9 shots, you're not giving me a chance to win. You take 29 shots, I have a chance.
So is that on him?
9? Yeah.
Oh, that's on.
Right.
Yes.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So that's
on him.
James,
It's
then.
mentally on him.
Yeah,
I need you to go into this. I need you to go into the game saying you're going to take at least 25 shots. If you're going to the game thinking you're going to get 20 assists, fuck 20 assists. Give me 29 shots. At least I know I don't have a chance if you think you're about to get 20 assists a game. That means I got to rely on everybody else.
But what would make him think after?
Yeah, like,
but
don't
my
act
thing
like
is,
he
if
just
you go 12
locked
for
in
29,
on making passes.
Yeah.
Let's just stop acting like
It is.
No, I know, but what we're saying is, why would you even have? Why would that even be your
like,
thought
come on,
process
man.
when you're?
I don't know why the thought process is.
So we can't make
telling
excuses for
I'm
him.
just telling you what his game 7s are like.
No,
So that can't be an excuse. I want to be John Stockton for
I don't know what he's doing, but this is what he's doing.
You supposed to be James Harden.
But he's not being James Harden.
So that's the problem.
So that's on
we're
him.
asking why.
It's on him.
He got to answer it. Until then, we can't guess what
We're not guessing.
Right?
We're thinking about, okay, if you're taking 27, 28, 22, 25, and then you go into the game 7, you're taking 8.
No. That was
Why?
Did
he
they
had
all of a
another
sudden
look.
just play defense?
So he must don't like the moment. He's scared of the moment. That's
Or that.
A lot of people could be
Since
saying all
Houston,
kind of
we're
shit.
talking about Houston. He did do that. This is since Houston. When he was in Houston, he was taking 29, 28, 27 shots in those games. Since then, 9, 13. His assist is 12 and a half.
Because I think people in Houston was telling him that he can't win the way he played, too.
You hit it on the dot. When he went to Philly, they told
because people were saying that the way James
Exactly.
play is the reason why
Not a
Houston
winner.
can't get over the hump and all that. So he started probably believing.
That's
that.
exactly
it.
He started believing that shit, and it ain't even true. It's just that you ain't had the supporting cast like that over there.
It's more.
So let's talk
That's what
about
Now we call him, he just believe what the media say. I think James is a mentally tough person. He done heard worse. He done got talked about for going to the strip club and paying money for strippers and shit before games.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't not tripping off of somebody saying you can't win
Came back
that
with a
way.
45 piece.
So then you answer it, Swaggy.
We all want to know.
So why is he not shooting and passing more?
I think because of what people said about him in Houston.
I want to know.
And then when he played with Embiid, he had somebody to where he felt like he'd probably win a championship. So I'm gonna change my game. He was averaging what, 20 and 11, 20 and 12 over there in Philly.
20 and 12. And
yep.
So,
I mean, you know, because
so
people were saying
game 7 versus Miami, 9 shots.
It's not a good thing to be he mentally want to pass the ball in a game 7. That's not a good thing.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
Agreeing like I'm right.
No, I agree with that.
That's not a good thing.
I agree.
It don't matter. It's a good thing. That's what he's meant to. That's what he's doing.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Hey, we can see he's doing it.
He did this more than just. He fucking did that when he played the Spurs. When he was on the Rockets. When he just quit and let the Spurs come back.
Rocket. What year was that?
Clippers.
What year was that? What year was that?
I mean, not making those.
What year was that? You said Houston. What year?
No, look at all of them.
What series?
Look it up.
What series?
Look it up.
You said game 7.
Every series he lost. Just look at every series he lost.
Every series he lost, sir. He lost against the Lakers. He took 20 shots, so obviously you're wrong there. Okay, so let's go to the year before that.
He played Lakers.
Golden State, he took 25 shots. Okay, so we're not talking about that. Okay, so it's 2017.
What did he do in 20 when he got to the Rockets?
Golden State again, he took 29 shots in the game.
When he got to the Rockets, look at.
I'm looking at the Rockets.
He lost to more than just.
I'm looking at game 7 Rockets. Game 7 Rockets.
All right, man. All right, you're right, Gil. We broke his spirit.
I'm reading.
James Harden, Gil said James broke his spirit. We broke him.
James did say I am a system.
I'm just saying game 7. I'm just saying game 7. This is what he's doing in game 7. So the question is, why is he becoming more of a passer than a scorer in his game 7?
He's thinking about what other people are.
That's all I'm saying.
It ain't that.
So what is he doing then? Then you give us. You're telling us we're wrong.
I'm just saying, what's gonna be? What you telling me is not right. I didn't hear it out of his mouth. I'm not gonna agree with you because you fucking say something.
I said,
so you can't be mad at me because what I'm saying.
You, why does he take in Houston? Why is he averaging?
I said a lot of shit already.
I'm saying, why is he averaging 20 plus shots in a game 7 then?
I done said a lot of shit. You said no,
but he's averaging more assists. So we're saying, what is your theory?
I done told you a couple times.
Give us a theory.
I already told you a couple times. And you blew it off.
Give us a theory.
Your theory is right.
Give us this theory.
So
I didn't say I'm right or wrong. I said, give us your. We have a theory.
Why are you arguing with me then?
I said, we have a theory. We have a theory of his game 7.
Why are you arguing with me about a theory we don't know?
If you just listen to me finish, our theory in a game 7 before when he was in Houston, his game 7s, he's averaging about 24 shots in game 7s in Houston. Since he left Houston, his game 7s, he's averaging about 12 shots. So we're saying, hey, Nick, why do you think he's averaging 9 to 10 less shots, but he's averaging more assists? What do you think he's doing in the game 7s?
I don't know. That's the answer. No one knows.
Okay, so move on.
Hey, why he didn't? The only thing I don't like is that he didn't talk to the media.
Third straight time
because I feel like if he would have talked to the media, they would have asked him, and then Swaggy would have got his answer. So you're leaving it. You're kind of leaving it open for everybody to just guess and to say this and that.
Nah, because he shot 5 for 11, 3 for 9, then 10 for 20, then 2 for 8. So it was more than just game 7s when he didn't.
We're talking about game 7.
I'm just saying.
7.
Well, elimination game season.
We're talking about that.
I'm just saying.
Hey, what was that stat? This was what?
He shot more than.
What?
Since 2020.
Since 20. So when was the last time he was in Houston?
So we shouldn't focus on.
Oh, hold on.
7.
This is focus on. When was the last time he was in Houston?
Let me pull it up.
Focus on game 7s.
Let me see.
And he been doing that all series.
Can you just please?
Give me a second. So he was in Houston last.
First game he shot 22.
So 2020.
But 2020 was his last playoffs with the.
So the last playoff. So basically, since Houston, like I actually said, this is what his stats
on game 7. Let's just focus on game 7.
That's what the stat is.
He shot 3 for 9.
Dude, the stat is game 7s. Can you please let him know what the conversation is?
Harden in Game 7 since 2020.
Harden in Game 7 since when?
2020.
And since 2020, that's when he left. So this is everything since he left Houston.
Can you show the stats again?
Jesus Christ.
Just one more time.
Understand the conversation
Look, Nick.
versus this is, look, Harden in Game 7s. This is what he's
Game
averaging.
7, so
They should have put what his assists is.
Game 6 was an elimination game as well for the Clippers. Harden 28-8 in that game. Helped the Clippers get the win to force this Game 7.
Yeah.
So obviously he's taking a lot of the heat. We saw Kawhi taking a lot as well. But Clippers got bounced from the first round for the third straight season. We got to see what a healthy Kawhi looked like. Played in all 7 games after only appearing in 2 of the Clippers' 6 playoff games last year. So for this series, Kawhi averaged 25 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 54% from the field, 41% from the 3. Kawhi appeared in 37 regular season games, averaged 22, 6, and 3 assists. But the same conversation I feel like we have to have every year in the Kawhi.
I want to know what James Harden's shots in the fourth quarter is since he left Houston. That's more important than the overall shots. Like,
Probably don't even play the fourth quarter. They be down by 30 by that time.
can y'all find out what since 2020, since he left Houston, what has his fourth quarter shots been in Game 7s?
We'll take a look.
Just figure that out.
We will take a
I want
look.
to say. I really want to say that.
All you guys, the margin of their losses in the Game 7.
Hey, we had a poll, I think was last week, when we said who has more pressure on him to win a championship, Russell Westbrook or James Harden?
Neither. Pressure?
Yeah, like who has more pressure, like,
Or even get close to the motherfucker.
or even get like to win it? Because they're both top 75, they're both MVPs. You know what I'm saying? Like, who has
Pressure? One's coming off the bench, so there's no pressure on him. One is with the Clippers. I mean, the chances of the Clippers winning the championship.
So let's talk about that. Like I said, Clippers bounced from the first round. 3 straight seasons now. Kawhi, 37 regular season games, did play all 7 games in the playoffs. Looked like vintage Kawhi during this series at times. Should the Clippers still have faith in Kawhi after how this season went?
Sure.
Run it back?
Run it back. Let me see it. Run it back.
Now, I need to ask something.
it's not even Kawhi. Like, what's up with Tyronn Lue? Like, why nobody talking about Tyronn Lue? He hasn't been.
What do you do?
Nothing. I mean, they ain't been getting out.
Wait. Remember, they only had Kawhi for 37 games. That team without Kawhi.
He's been performing well.
All I'm saying is we do a lot of talking about other coaches. I'm just saying, is Tyronn Lue a product of just LeBron's system?
But no Kawhi for 45 games.
Yeah, 45 games.
I mean, okay.
Still
No
finished
Paul
fifth
George,
in the West.
and you make it to the playoffs? Oh, come on, dog.
5th in the West.
What you mean? I mean, what happened last year? I mean,
The whole team was hurt.
What happened the year before?
The whole team was
They
hurt.
lost to a team that went to the finals, right?
Kawhi only played in 2 of those
I'm just
games.
saying. I'm just saying. Like, how long you gonna keep it? How long you gonna keep that going on over there?
He's doing a great job for what he has.
Yeah.
So Harden has a player
My
option.
best players are not playing very well. I mean, they're not here. It's not like these
but other coaches are getting fired for.
But what I'm saying is, it's not like he has 82 games, 92. Like these guys are not available, and I'm still performing. We're still winning. That's amazing.
You winning with Dunn, Jones.
Like if we asked if there was a poll before the season, Kawhi's gonna miss how many games?
45 games.
45
they
games.
They did that.
What would the Clippers be?
Remember?
What is damn near
We were
last?
talking bad about the Clippers.
We're damn near last. So
Yeah, we did talk about it.
Talk about the
We
Clippers.
talked about- yeah.
Early in the season, we were not
we
optimistic.
threw dirt on their names.
We were not optimistic about how the Clippers would fare missing for Kawhi for that extended period of games. Finished 5th in the West.
Yeah,
You got Harden with the player option, Kawhi under contract for 2 more years.
James
So,
could be.
you think Harden takes his player option and comes back?
Harden
Hell yeah.
averages
He-
11 shots in the fourth quarter since 2020.
He could be Van Fleet.
That seems like a lot.
11 shots in Game 7s? Get the fuck out of here. That doesn't make sense. That
You said what?
he averages.
Did not have it.
11
Yeah, obviously they got blown out, so only played 2 minutes in the fourth quarter of this Game 7. Did not take a shot. Seems like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Averaging 11 shots. That don't make sense. But okay, carry on.
But you say Clippers still should have faith in Kawhi.
Yeah. Finally healthy. Run it back.
With the same team?
Just add some new pieces.
Or is that a different team?
Not.
Yeah, Norm Powell.
Obviously, you got to add some pieces, but my core, running back.
Yeah, Norm Powell playing at a high level with Kawhi gone.
Yeah, you got.
Who's your core?
You got to figure
Who's your
out
core
a way
though in the Clippers right now?
You got to figure out a system where Powell could be him and with them two, because he wasn't really him. It's like that corner shit I was talking about. When the stars come back, you go
Playing at an all-star level
before Kawhi got there.
before Kawhi got back, acclimated to the system.
But once Kawhi came back, that's
Yeah,
what
kinda
the
fucked him
corner.
up,
You get fucked up because you.
Oh, let me see. James
What if
Powell. I think
What the Clippers had Tyrese Haliburton.
Tyrese.
They do. James.
No, they got James.
James Harden.
Like if James is James is my pure point, then I got to start thinking about him as a pure point. Then I need Kawhi, Powell. I need a.
Need Pascal back, whatever.
If it's most probably my 3.
Yeah.
Or shit,
Them
my
two, go get
4.
both of them.
My power 4. I need like Jones, cool, but you're coming off the bench too. Like I need a 4 that can really give me something.
Yeah.
Zubac, phenomenal. He's done phenomenal shit.
Wait, I mean, you have Ben Simmons, but
I just got him.
Come on, man. We talking about this right here.
No, I just got him.
We talking about him. Right here.
You got.
but he'll be a free
Slap
agent.
my backhand.
He'll be a free agent.
Like I need like D Jones is more of a 3-man than a 4-man. I need a real 4 that can really, do something for me. And then I think they should be good.
All right, well, we will see what happens this offseason, whether Harden takes his player option or not. A lot of question marks for the Clippers heading into this offseason. But let's shift it back to the East. Cavs and Pacers met for Game 1 of their Eastern Semi-Series Sunday. Cleveland made light work of the Heat with the largest point differential in a 4-game sweep in NBA history, including a 55-point blowout to clinch the sweep, while the Pacers hit the Bucks with the gentleman's sweep that had Giannis involved in a few post-game altercations, including one with Hallie's pops, like we talked about. So Cavs entered this game without Darius Garland, who missed his 3rd straight game with a sprained left big toe, while the Pacers were without Tyrese.
What? Sprained left big toe?
While the Pacers were without Tyrese Haliburton's pops after the franchise asked him not to attend home or road games for the foreseeable future, whatever that means. But Hallie made Papa proud in his continued quest to beat the league's most overrated player allegations. Let's take a look at the highlights. So Pacers were on fire at the start, jumping out to an 11-point lead after the first quarter. They shot 67% from the field and 67% from 3 in that first quarter. The Cavs bounced back in the second quarter, cutting the deficit to 6 at the break, thanks to some strong play from Donovan Mitchell. But Mr. B, as you mentioned,
that was nice. That was fire.
Zaga.
Mr. B, as you mentioned, Tyrese Haliburton did his thing, finishing with 22 points, 13 assists, just 1 turnover in 36 minutes, 9 of 15 from the field. Also had 3 blocks in the game. Andrew Nebhard led the Pacers in scoring with 23 points. He was 5 for 6 from deep. Pascal Siakam got the Pacers rolling with 10 points in the first quarter. Siakam finished 17.7 rebounds and 4 assists. Aaron Nesmith also had 17 along with 8 rebounds. Miles Turner, big on both sides of the ball. He had 13 points, 12 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Donovan Mitchell led the Cavs, 33 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. He was 13 for 30 from the field. It was Mitchell's 8th straight game with 30 or more points in a series opener, putting him over MJ for the longest streak in NBA history. Evan Mobley, 20 and 10 boards. He was 9 of 13 from the field. Ty Jerome, big off the bench with 21 points and 8 assists. So game was close in the fourth quarter till the Pacers went on a 15-4 run late in the game to take a 10-point lead. Had Cavs fans leaving the arena with a little under 2 minutes remaining in the game. Indiana shot 53% from the field and from 3. They were 19 to 36 from deep, while the Cavs connected on a season low 9 of their 38 three-point attempts, shooting just 24% from beyond the arc. So the Cavs had made 10 or more threes in 91 straight games prior to this one. That streak snapped. So Mr. B, did the Pacers prove that they are for real with their Game 1 win in Cleveland?
I mean, they are for real. But I mean, any series that you go into, you always want to get Game 1. Especially still one, the Cavs, they've been chilling, at home chilling for a minute, and the Pacers just came off. So, if you do want to make a statement, I mean, you definitely want to go into somebody's house and get a game. So with Tyrese Haliburton coming there 22 and 13, one turnover, the whole starters in double figures in scoring. Yeah, I mean, if you're the Pacers, you like where you are.
So casual without Darius Garland, the Heat who got smacked in the previous series, I believe Kyle Anderson sent some shots their way saying the team was better without Darius Garland, did not appear as such.
Who said that?
I think Kyle Anderson, known as Lee Kyer in China.
Yeah.
Always throw some dirt on another team.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, baby.
After getting absolutely massacred.
Kyle Anderson.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, boy. Throw a little sprinkle in there.
Ain't that slow-mo or something like that?
That is slow-mo, UCLA legend.
UCLA, yeah.
Hey, the only thing I am a little worried about, though, in this series is that Donovan Mitchell, like, he plays like he tries to always outdo the next guard that's, like, if he's a top guard or
I'm not
anything
gonna let
like
you
that.
do him like that.
What you mean? He shot the ball 30-something fucking times.
Yeah, he's supposed to. That's what James should have did. Y'all was just talking about that.
No.
But
No, they're better when he's not shooting all those balls. They need to move the ball.
They in a new situation, I feel like. Just being the number one team, being the number one team, you gotta learn how to win when you're not hitting threes. That's what I figured. That's what Boston figured out. You gotta learn how to win in other areas, and they don't got they other guard, I feel like, and
so move the ball.
Indiana is like a Cinderella story, bro. They playing hot. VCU in the tournament.
But made the Eastern Conference Finals.
They
playing hot.
they playing with a chip on their shoulder. They point guard supposed to be the most overrated player. He's showing since he's been in the playoffs that I am not the most overrated player.
He's not.
And Donovan Mitchell gonna try to take this matchup so like personal to where it's like, yo, you're gonna lose focus on what got y'all here.
No, they've been blowing teams out. They got shocked yesterday. It's like, shit.
They've been chilling since the sweep.
And they had a long rest, man. They came in like, we gonna whoop everybody ass like that. And now we'll see the next game. If the next game go that way, then you in trouble. But I do gotta get Haliburton's credit. He is like he's a modern day John Stockton type player, People didn't like John Stockton like that, like they thought he was overrated. I think
He's more of Steve Nash player.
Yep, 6'8".
Where when you're talking about John Stockton,
I told you earlier.
He wasn't a real threat from the outside, nor Jason Kidd. Well, Steve Nash was a threat outside mid-range. And
I thought John Stockton could shoot.
Nah.
He can shoot?
Nah, but not like Nash. Though. Like Nash actually.
Nash was a fucking shooter.
I think all white people can shoot.
Nah, but Haliburton, with Haliburton is like, if you need him to go for 30, he's going to go for 30 because he can shoot the ball. He knows how to score. But for the most part, he's sitting here trying
he's supposed to hit that shot.
He's sitting there trying to throw the ball down, get everybody involved. And I think that's what Cleveland missed, right? Donovan Mitchell is the best player on the Cavs, but the Cavs offense is ran by Garland, right? Where when Donovan Mitchell's not scoring, he's making everybody else, right? Garland is finding everybody else. He's making the easy passes for everyone else, right? It's like when Jason Kidd had Richardson, and he had Vince, right? Vince, you're going to do the one-on-one, but I'm making sure everyone else gets the ball, and I'm throwing it up. And that's what Garland does. Garland, the offense runs around Garland. And I think it's just that's what's happening. Garland needs to come back. He needs to make everybody else easier passes.
Y'all do gotta I wouldn't be me if I wasn't pointing out the other guys on Indiana always step up. I feel like they got the best role players besides.
They have a great supporting cast.
Besides
Siakam?
No, not
Denver.
Siakam. He's the best player.
Besides Denver.
He's a scorer.
Yeah, not Siakam.
But that's what I said. If you take Haliburton off the what's the name?
Yeah.
If you take him out of the game, that's like Cleveland taking Garland out. Then Siakam just going to take every shot, and then it just becomes about the ISO one-on-one game.
But
who's the best player in this series?
The best player? Then it's Mitchell.
It's Mitchell.
As the best player in the Mitchell. I mean, as the best player, individual player.
Mr. B, I see you looking as if you do not agree with that sentiment come from
Better watch out for that Tyrese Haliburton. I'm telling you.
You have had questions about Donovan Mitchell being a number one.
But what I'm saying, player, like I'm not saying he can, but Tyrese Haliburton can go for 30 also. Like so he can do all those. He can score too, but it's the balance between the rebound and the.
But that's Garland. But that's Garland for them. That's not Mitchell for them. Mitchell is the scorer. So him and Siakam is the same. right? You guys are supposed to score and do your one-on-one thing. Garland and Tyrese is the person who gets the other four involved. And that's the problem. So now you got to have your sixth man, was it Jerome, coming in trying to be Garland a little bit. It just throws it off a little bit.
What if Garland don't come back this series?
But
Is the Cavs in trouble if they don't?
Yes. If Garland doesn't come back, the Cavs are in trouble.
He's an all-star.
So
Anybody don't have an all-star, they in trouble.
So let's give Haliburton some flowers. So in the 5 games he's played since being named as the NBA's most overrated player in the Athletics Anonymous Player Poll, Hallie averaging 20 points, 12 assists, 6 rebounds, just 2.2 turnovers per game. Pacers are 4-1 in that 5-game time frame.
That's why you don't let NBA players vote for shit. They're stupid.
I mean, whatever they did, they woke him up.
No, it wasn't overrated. The nigga was on the Olympic team, both Olympic team. That nigga was on the one that lost and the one that won gold. He was the perfect player. He was the hero at the end of the bench, waving his water, doing his fly. He was there for a reason, right? We're not gonna pretend this motherfucker is actually overrated.
You can't just say Haliburton in this situation, though. It ain't just him.
What you mean? The pace, the leadership, the running the table, everything that, bro. What he doing?
He is gonna be our starting guard for the next Olympics. He's really that dude.
Okay, and yes, he is.
Brunson.
Bro, listen, Brunson is a
pass. Brunson is a 4.
No, man.
Brunson didn't start when they was on the same team.
Bro, y'all got Tyrese.
But the other guy, come on.
Brunson is like Dwayne Wade. You're gonna come in and you're gonna attack. But for the other 4 players, I need Haliburton. He has to play with the Jason Tatums and the Ant-Mans and those guys who score. He's the one that facilitates everything for them. Brunson, sub out. Tatum out, what's the name out? Brunson is your team. That's how you play that.
Yeah, I think Tyrese's leadership is gonna get him over the hump and Cavs.
The start in the Olympics.
Yeah.
No.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure. His game.
He's the Jason Kidd. He's the Magic Johnson. He is the Chris Paul who started. He's the guy that. But remember, my other 4 starters are those niggas.
So I need somebody.
So I need a dude that's gonna get them niggas the ball.
Balance, yeah.
Did they have that guy in this Olympics?
It's a bargain.
Yeah.
Who was that guy? LeBron?
White or Drew Holiday.
So
or what's that? I need a guy who's gonna sacrifice for the best of the team.
Starting lineup.
It wasn't. There's a reason Ant-Man didn't start. I need someone that's gonna pass it to the other guys.
We need balance.
No, it was Steph, Bron, KD.
Bron passes.
And then who was the? You remember, wasn't it?
Embiid and who else? Holiday?
Holiday.
Oh, it was Holiday.
Yeah.
But that's for this team, though. That's for that coach. That's for that coach.
No, but okay, think about like my starting point guard, let's just future, is gonna be, let's go Ant-Man, Tatum at the 2-3. Right? I can't have Brunson at the point, right?
Yeah. I get it. I get what you're saying. It's only one ball. But y'all, what's his name? Nate Hart or Nate?
I like him.
Balling, bro. Like,
I like
acting
him.
like they ain't balling too.
We're not saying they're not. But that's what I'm saying. But the
averaging
reason they
same
balling is
point.
because of the point guard is so unselfish. Like you might score. I liked him in I thought he was more important.
Man,
And
that's what I'm saying.
this is talking about, this is what, 2020? When I was watching, he was at Gonzaga, right? I liked him in Gonzaga. I was like, damn, he might be more important than Suggs was.
Balling.
Because it was like, yo, he has one-on-one creativity. I think he's gonna be good in the league. And he's showing it. I like him.
Yeah,
No, that's what I said. They got it. But that's why you need Garland back, so everybody who plays
He's
their
gonna have
part.
to play, he can play some defense.
So everybody, no, but so everybody else can play their part.
Tyrese is hiding.
Yeah, you can hide him out there. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
he ain't got to go.
Like Hunter,
He ain't have to play
Hunter
against
gets
Dame.
to be like Hunter gets to be Hunter. Jerome gets to be Jerome.
Yeah.
They don't have to try to make the team better.
He can't take that quarter zone shot.
He gonna have to.
Put it in that big toe.
Who, Derek?
Big toe? No, it's a left toe too. It's just jumping toe.
Oh yeah, he done.
What he?
Well, lucky he playing against.
Sprain,
lucky he playing against the Indiana. They not dirty. Not gonna step on that motherfucker.
Yeah, but they be running though.
They
like
run.
like one thing about
Oh,
Indiana.
they run.
That's why I said that offense that when they was playing.
What?
Dude, they shoot the ball before 15 seconds.
Run. That shit was crazy.
They get it like, yo, you score, yo, we
They
already
scored-
down
they
the court.
scored in 2
Boom, boom,
seconds,
boom.
bro.
Yo, listen, I would like to see Tyrese Haliburton play with a big that can dunk. I think
league in trouble if that
Giannis,
happens.
Wimby, there's a few that.
Now you're thinking about the fucking Phoenix Suns again. Shit.
So let's talk about the Cavs side of things. Donovan Mitchell, 33 points in the game. You guys say he is the best player in the series. Has never gotten out of the second round in his NBA career. Now the East top seed has an uphill battle after losing home court advantage. So what adjustments do the Cavs need to make in Game 2 with or without Darius Garland?
I don't see him going 1 for 11 from the three-point line.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, so they was on vacation for a little bit. Getting the rust, getting that rust off. They had, a week or something break. People forgot about them. They probably forgot they was playing. Had nothing but practice. Getting tired of seeing each other in practice every day. While everybody else on the gram having fun and shit.
I'm not worried about I'm not worrying about the Cavs as a team. It's just you're gonna have to be smarter with your lineup, right? The fact that you don't have Garland and who you're playing, they're not starting guards.
Yeah.
Right? The fact they're not starting guards, so they're trying to cover a void. And that's what I don't like about sometimes if I got a guy who averages 18 and fucking 9, and I'm bringing in my backup point guard, and my backup point guard, don't shoot the ball, you ain't starting. I'd rather bring in my 6 man who scores to keep the balance of what my starting 5 looks like. So I'd rather start Jerome.
Okay.
I'd rather start Jerome as my starting point guard versus have Max.
Yeah.
Max and who's the other guy? Morel or something? Whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, some other.
I don't.
Caucasian.
You know what I mean? Fuck you two.
Max Drew, Sam Morril.
Yeah, I'm not starting you two. Like you're not Garland. I need to match kind of like what Garland does, right? For my starting 5, so everyone goes to balance because all Donovan's gonna look at it. He's gonna look at it like, fuck, I don't have nobody out here with me.
I gotta force this.
And I gotta force some shots up to keep the offense involved. So I need to keep Garland. I need to keep Donovan, comfortable at what he's doing. So I gotta put in somebody who can replace Garland's at least scoring ability.
Did they start Hunter this game or no?
No, Hunter came up.
No. Like I'm
start Hunter. So you think about starting him? That's what you.
I mean, he did play 30 minutes in the game.
Indiana's in shape, man. They gonna have to run.
I'm gonna start.
Because listen, every time Haliburton get that switch with Jared Allen, he see.
I feel like that whole team is just underrated too.
Like I'm gonna start Jerome over Sam. I'm gonna start Jerome, because. One, he knows how to take advantage of the mismatch. He's going to play, he's going to pass it, and he's going to be aggressive. So that kind of gives me the Garland type. At this point, I don't need my 6 man coming in, taking 20 shots when my starting 5 is being, deficient.
Well, we will find out.
I don't have to fucking sub.
We will find out how the Cavs respond in Game 2.
Timeouts and the TV.
But let's move on to MostlyFans.
Damn, it's 2 o'clock already.
That's
not like you here, man. That shit be going. Bitch!
Hey, before Gil got here, I didn't know how we were going to get through the day.
At first. I'm like, damn, Swaggy, we going to have to go crazy.
The move was a little somber. We were still going to get the win.
You calling the motherfuckers boring?
We were still going to get the win.
Damn, you motherfuckers boring.
No, we were still going to get the win, Gil.
No, it ain't boring. No, we ain't boring. We would have.
He just said, he's like, I don't know how we going to get through this.
It was a somber move.
He wasn't prepared.
This is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog.
I mean, Gil.
Here for a week.
Hey, Gil. Hey, no.
You like the Darius Garland?
Hey, Gil. We felt like when a coach tell you ain't playing tonight.
Yeah.
And then you supposed to show up.
Damn, I thought you sitting in the big man seat.
Gil, you are the Darius Garland of this show.
Man, you Sam. You're not Garland.
I mean, yeah, we don't just sit up here and argue just to argue either, motherfucker.
I don't argue either. I don't argue.
I'm not trying to just sit up here and argue with you.
Can we not, please? I'm just gonna be honest with you. Please. There's teams in the playoffs. Can we just talk about the teams in the playoffs?
Have we not?
I don't want to talk about outside shit that happened.
Have we not
I don't want to
talked-
hear about LeBron James then go to the Met Gala because I don't give a fuck.
Did we bring that up?
I'm just saying
go to the Met
tomorrow.
Gala?
He might be trying to hold it for tomorrow. I don't want to hear none of that. If we talk about Lakers, I'm getting the fuck out of here. All right, that's my stance forward.
Yeah, you know my thoughts on the Met Gala.
All right.
You know my thoughts on the Met
At this
Gala.
point, I like,
he was supposed to
it
go to
just
the
seemed
Met Gala?
like one person's chat
he was supposed to go
GPT
to
is
the
stuck
Met
on
Gala.
Lakers. And I don't want no more Lakers.
We are
Lakers is
currently
done.
in the playoffs.
We
We're talking
lost.
about playoff
We
teams.
clowns.
Hey,
we
you
got
know
the
what
red
it is?
nose. We got the big shoes. Okay, we got it.
Gil, you
All
didn't hear me bring
Can
up
we
the
move forward
MCL?
talking about the teams that's making the playoffs right now?
Gil, you didn't.
You know it ain't the NBA without
ducking the
LeBron.
Lakers smoke.
I know that.
Damn.
I need everybody else
They'll
to know that.
find anything to talk about.
No,
He
yeah, I don't want to talk about it. If you wanted us to talk about the Lakers, you should have fouled out Ant-Man. All right, the fuck that. You should have damn near threw Rudy Gobert out
did.
for scoring too much.
The game he won.
They should have tried to do
game he
something,
won.
but
He
they
ducked-
didn't. So I don't want to talk about them now. Do
ducking the
not
Lakers.
talk about the purple and gold. I don't give a fuck if Luka signs his extension or not. That ain't our motherfucking issue right now. We got the Cavs. We got OKC.
He ducking
We
the
got
Lakers smoke.
Denver. We got Indiana. We got some teams that we need to
Basically letting everybody
Duck
know.
it.
High-level
He ain't
playoff-
talking about this shit. I'm
We're not giving
gonna
y'all no numbers,
Let y'all know.
Yeah, we are here
Please,
to, we are here to
the Lakers-
educate and celebrate. You know
Okay.
my thoughts on the Met
I
Gala.
don't want to hear niggas.
I've never been invited, not rolling.
I
When
don't wanna
Cemetery
hear Lil
Larry
Lake.
come in here, he better be updated. He got to update his chat GPT to other teams, all right? I done seen for 4 fucking days now, everything has been LeBron. I'm
In
like,
the
yo,
chat.
I think your chat GPT broke it off. Because the Lakers has been gone, brother.
Yeah, we discussed the Lakers on Thursday after their
we in
season
round
ended.
two.
It's over.
We have moved on.
We on round two,
We have moved on to
motherfucker.
discuss third playoff basketball.
All right,
team.
you was not here, okay?
We don't care about the Met Gala. Did not care about LeBron's
As soon as I
MCL
seen
sprain.
it, I don't give a
A
fuck
game
about
you would have
your
missed that does
goddamn
not happen. The
Hey.
game doesn't exist.
Wait, he didn't go to the Met Gala?
I don't give a fuck about
this
the Met
defense-
Gala. Damn.
Said I would have been out 3 to 5 weeks with the spread.
If you would have won, you wouldn't have been in the Met Gala either.
You out 3 to
Right.
5 months. You don't have to worry about the shit. I don't care about Austin Reeves' injury. You're
I
not
don't
playing in
care,
the
dog.
playoffs.
Do not give a fuck.
It's over. Cancun.
No, but you done made me look stupid already.
Right, they don't.
All right, I already had
They
to wear the
put one
motherfucking clean
They
outfit.
put one Cancun picture up for the, and that's it.
I
They
do
don't
not
put two.
care, man. I got
this man in clown shoes.
clown shoes with the nose, wonk.
with
I
the
gotta get
janky
a
red nose that kept popping off. Was
Had
not
red
secured.
lipstick all
Was
over
not
the
secured.
damn drink and shit.
So we got one Mostly Fans question. This is from underdog user I smacked 22. I smacked 22.
I smacked. I got
Earlier in the
Oh.
year, everyone said Knicks won the cat trade. Is that still the case? Do you still feel like the Knicks won the cat trade? Julius Randle felt like a revenge series against the Lakers, how they did him.
Damn,
Yet
you
to be
gotta
seen
talk
if he
about
can keep playing at this level.
See?
I don't know. At this point, man, I gotta ask the fans of those teams.
Yeah.
Right? It's easy for us to judge from the outside to see who's doing better. It's
Well,
It's what do y'all
a lot of
think?
people
Can't
was
speak for
hating.
either fan base.
A lot of people was hating on Julius, though.
I know. I was.
They were. No,
they
they
were.
were.
A lot
They
of
were.
people was
They were.
hating on Julius.
Because he didn't.
He got the Lakers up out of here.
He
That was
wasn't.
personal.
He didn't have a great season.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe he might turn around in the playoffs. So it all depends on how those teams.
A lot of question marks about the Timberwolves. The Knicks pretty much held steady. Didn't have Brunson for that last month in the heart of the season from March to April. Finished third in the East. Obviously, Timberwolves finishing sixth this season. There were some question marks. Yes, they just
But, you know,
got the playoff series win.
so far, Randall been having a better playoff.
No, for facts, yeah.
So
For sure.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Towns had about 3 games of
Yeah, he did.
9 and 13.
He gonna be like, meow.
He's just more exposed. I mean, Cat's more exposed because they're on the bigger market. But
Yeah, it's a bigger market that game.
I'll just say it's 50-50 still.
Yeah, it's
Nah,
It's
no, it ain't. No. I'm
No,
giving it to
you
Randall.
can't do it. You got to give it to Randall. Just because
Yo,
the
did you
way
see how
people
Randall was
slander
playing
him.
game?
Yeah.
Did you see his regular season?
It's not about the regular season. I'm talking about.
See,
But he averaged 18 in the regular
That's
season.
where,
19.
see, that's
No,
where,
but
that's where you're
matter.
disgenuine.
No.
You can't
Yeah,
tell
no,
them
The trade, the trade that trade was for the playoffs.
No, the
right?
trade was
Yes,
for
that was.
period.
That trade was for the playoffs.
That
trade was for the playoffs, man.
For sure.
And Randolph is showing that, yo, listen.
Yeah.
So we
You can't go. Why y'all go off of one performance?
What you mean? A whole playoff
That's all we
series?
got.
That's
all we got.
That's
all we got right
currently.
now.
All we have currently.
I know it was
Yeah.
fast shit, but damn.
You know. some situations went down there.
He
for a
averaged
minute.
22.
I was off the Randall train. I thought that shot was like, hell no.
I said
Until
that.
I saw him go against the Lakers, I was like, yeah, this
Mr. B,
is
you keep bringing up teams that are not in the playoffs.
LeBron did not want to keep getting hit by
I was off of
all
it.
day.
So one is averaging 22-5, one is averaging 20 and 10. So that's a 50.
But both their teams have
Yeah, both
advanced to the
teams
second round.
Wait, hold on. One is averaging what?
20 and 10, and one is averaging 22 and 5.
But one did it in
For first
5 against a 3 seed. The other one did it against 6.
You know,
I'm just saying, so
Not a
even
true
though he had a horrible time, he's still averaging 20 and 5. I mean 20 and 10.
Yeah.
So I mean 50-50 for me. So y'all do what y'all want to do.
So we asked the chat. 53% of the chat says that the Knicks won the trade. 47% says that the Timberwolves won the
I
trade.
think
So that's
we
very
win
close. That's very close to
Towns.
50-50.
If Towns was playing against the Lakers, I think we
So
win.
before we go, Gil, earlier in the show, you requested a pinata.
Now before we go, I want to give a shout out to.
Don't you say UCLA anything?
I
love that they did
UCLA.
that.
You know, y'all did,
Yeah,
y'all
a
did
much
great.
better
Y'all did
medical
great. Y'all did
facility.
great. They did great for my son.
I know what they did for nephew.
You heard what he wrote?
I know.
You heard what he wrote?
Yeah, he wrote. I'm sorry.
He wrote. Yeah, he wrote. Damn, I'm sorry, man. UCLA, but they got to save my life.
Yeah, he wrote that. I want that paper, man. I want that paper.
No, that was the weirdest shit. He woke up and wrote that shit.
I made a call.
He was like,
up
"Where
there.
am I?" Yeah, UCLA.
I made a call up there. You lucky I was in a good
When I
mood.
got there, he wrote that to me. Sorry.
You know, I want to give a shout out to, I can't say nothing bad about Mr. Rivers no more.
Doc Rivers.
Mr. Doc Rivers, and I can see why he gets jobs. He's a good dude.
Reached out to
Yeah,
you.
he reached out to me on day one, like one of the early people who reached out was Doc Rivers, just saying, make sure your son is all right. We got a game today, but we want to throw you wishes. So
Make sure he
know,
may be
shout out to
Elijah's
Doc,
coach
yeah.
in the near future, depending on how these Bucks look.
But but it just remind, like, no matter how much shit I said about him, the first thing he called to do was,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, he got mind control over you, Gil. Mind
Well, I'll
control.
take it.
Shout out Doc. Shout out Darvingham.
No,
Gil, before we leave,
out of all the people,
But Little
all the
Rivers-
people that I know and stuff, that was the one that stood out. It was like,
Because it was somebody random, like you didn't think you was gonna.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, shit, I've been bashing you and talking shit, you know what I mean? That motherfucker said ain't like good. And I was like, okay, I see why.
shout out to Doc Rivers.
Yeah,
You know?
he
That-
fuck
that's
all
the
that
part that
bullshit.
fucked
Your
everything.
kids is, yeah.
But I'm still like, fuck Lil Rivers though. He ran from the fade like you. We were supposed to play basketball.
Oh no, I like Little Rivers.
What, Creative
Shout out
League?
to Austin. Shout
I
out
like
to
Rivers.
Creatively, he quit.
They said his name wrong.
You
I'll be
quit.
off of
You
it
quit
too.
the 2-on-2.
I like
Once
Little
you
Rivers.
see me coming with my 2 knee pads.
Both Rivers is good with me.
So, Gil, before we go, you requested a pinata
I'm buying
earlier.
a house by the river.
Yeah.
Call it Mr. Rivers.
By the river.
Yeah, you requested a pinata earlier in the show. Our production staff heeded your advice because you do sign our checks. The direct deposit did arrive on time in the month of May. So we got a pinata. Y'all go ahead and do the honors.
Oh, you got to hit first.
What, you about to hit me first?
No, you got it. You never had a pinata. Oh, you was too poor to have a birthday. God damn.
Crazy, nigga.
It was the ones you gave your son. You go at the park, right? Because the park is free.
Man, Gil, you the only one that grew up with no friends. Motherfucker, he was in a black room
Give
in a
Swaggy the
basketball
bat.
court. It was a black room in a basketball court. All
let
you had
Swaggy-
was
Swaggy take the
All
first
I had was Wilson and some motherfucker
you
NBA
was
tapes.
fucking.
Let Hield do without seeing. Cast the first
Okay.
win. Go ahead, Swaggy.
Get that.
You got to close your eyes.
Okay, you got.
No, you got to put
Nah,
some on his face.
we got a lot of
I don't
expensive
give a fuck about hitting something.
Go ahead, Swaggy. You can pick. You can pick.
Wait, no.
My bad.
Stop.
My bad.
See, chill out.
Move out the way.
I'm gonna really close my eyes.
Hey,
though.
Carolyn, you might want to move.
Yeah, but you might
Just
move out of the
move,
vicinity.
Carolyn. Just move.
How
Go ahead,
many
Swaggy.
spins? That's
no,
one.
you good. You can look, Swaggy. Don't break no
That's
shit in
special
the
egg.
ring.
That special egg gonna kick
Wait.
in for sure.
Where?
Yeah, right
here?
there. Yep.
Are you
Right.
sure?
Yes.
You positive?
Yes.
Don't make me swing.
Yes.
and
No, I
hit
swear to
somebody.
God, I ain't gonna do you like that. You on camera.
Right here.
Yeah, because these cameras
Oh,
cost
right
a
there.
lot. All right.
Oh,
Okay, Swaggy with the nice swing.
Okay.
Nice job. A pinata in the arena. Shout out to our crew
Yeah,
who
that's
about to
too
clean
close
up.
to shit. I didn't want to hit my hand on that motherfucker.
I appreciate y'all being honorable and pretending to have your eyes closed.
I did have it closed over.
No
I really
peeking.
did. I really did.
Ooh, Mr. B has eradicated
Hey
the
man, what's
pinata.
wrong with you, man?
Yeah, that
Mr.
nigga
Big.
angry
What
as
kind of
I know
anger?
black.
Give me the goddamn bat.
I know black.
What anger you got in your system, boy?
They
Gil,
got
let it
It
go.
was Pat Bear.
They got-
That
it go.
must have
It
been
was-
Pat.
it was
Pat, better
Bear.
watch out, goddammit.
Pat Bear.
Gil, you get the final swing because this is Gil's Arena presented
They
by
got
Underdog.
condoms in here.
Oh, none of us
You don't
use
need
those.
those. You got a family.
I'm
Send those
married.
to Ant-Man.
I'm married. Shit.
I bring these home. My girl gonna
I ain't used one of those since like 97.
All right, they still make
Wait,
those.
let Gil get the last
Hey, I
swing.
didn't know
Let
they
Gil
still
get the
make
last
those.
swing.
They
Let
really
Gil get the
have one
last
in here?
swing.
Oh yeah, they still make
Go ahead,
those.
Gil.
They got condoms in.
Well, this the white man condom right here. This the white man condom right here. Boy, we got that gold pack.
That condom for JC.
All right, Gil, get the last one. Gil, you can look.
Wow,
With the Fernando Valenzuela jersey. Shout out to El Toro.
nigga really looking though.
There's still more stuff.
You ain't gonna break it though. That's the crazy part. Look, he don't know how to hit a bat. Never played nothing but basketball.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, what's that?
What's that, nigga?
Oh, what's that?
Get all the condoms. Ladies and gentlemen,
Nigga, I
they
want that.
are going after all of the goodies and the treats. We appreciate y'all. Hopefully everybody has a happy Cinco
Oh, hey,
de
you got some
Mayo.
liquor right there. You got some liquor right there.
Look, no, he trying to distract you.
Broke the liquor.
Wow, look, Gil, that's my foot.
But this has been another episode of Gil's Arena
$25
presented by Underdog.
I got $25 Cheesecake Factory.
We will see y'all tomorrow. Oh, y'all got Cheesecake Factory?
Cheesecake
I got $25 to Olive Garden. What you get?
I got Applebee's and cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Man, Olive Garden got fucking roller seats.
We will see y'all tomorrow.
I don't.
Why they got liquor bottles?